All right, we starting this, boys?
Welcome to episode 6.
We're here. We're starting.
You guys didn't flop this time.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's definitely a
We
pleasure to
made
be
it.
here. You know, it took some time.
Yeah, maybe
Definitely.
extend.
So how excited are you boys to get the Riverside Boys on here? Hypes?
All 3 are Riverside.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, only 2 Riverside boys.
3 Riverside
Three?
Boys.
He's a Riverside boy?
Mikey grew up there.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how we
You
know
grew
each
up on
other.
that street?
We got
Yes,
out
sir.
at the right time, though.
he was Matt's tenant for a little bit.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I did not know
He
this.
lived
Yeah.
downstairs. My nana lived
Whole
upstairs.
family? Well, yeah,
Five
obviously.
people
Yeah, it was cool. It was a nice little spot.
Wow.
It was calm.
right on the water. It was
Oh,
calm.
on the other side?
Right across the street.
Where Carl's grandma lives? or
Yeah,
some shit?
exactly where.
Jeremy
Is
brought
Carl
that
grandma
up to me.
underneath?
Carl's grandma lives in the bottom.
Yeah, word.
Yeah,
exactly
where
where.
it used to be.
Yeah, fire little spot.
Yeah, it's a nice little spot. It's 1 bedroom, but we made it work. You know, until we
Dutchtown
didn't.
for all the old timers.
They had
Yeah.
lagoons, they
Shout out
raised
to
them.
Dutchtown.
They raised the 3 of
Dutchtown.
those guys.
Oh,
there.
jeez.
It's crazy.
They had 3 boys came out of there.
When did you move to Stony Point?
I was in like 1st grade, so
Probably wasn't much different, right? You went from what school to what school? Was
I
it-
mean, I went 4 miles down the road from
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Haverstraw
it's
to
not much
Stony
different.
Point. So I mean, it really wasn't too much of a difference. But
It seems like you lived there a lot longer than like you did though. Like I feel like you were there.
well,
for, like,
I mean,
years
at
on
this
years
point in
and
my
years.
life, I think I've lived in Stony Point longer than I've lived in Haverstraw.
I would say so as
So,
well.
You know.
Would you say which one's better? Do you miss Dutchtown at all? Or?
I mean, yeah, I miss my old roots.
Where you live on Stony Point's fire.
But
Wayne Avenue.
where I'm at now, it's definitely like for my family size and everything
Yeah.
too. It's just
Oh,
way
yeah, for
better.
sure.
The 3 skis. The
Yeah,
3
man.
skis.
3 Forenza brothers.
Just got the 3rd jet ski.
Yeah, man, those things are dope.
How many jet skis you cop this summer?
We got 3 that got added to the inventory. It's definitely something. I actually haven't been on it yet though. We're going either this coming weekend or the next one, but no, I'm definitely excited to get on those.
You've been a
That's
hardworking
rad.
man, bro.
Yeah, Tommy, Chris, they've been ripping them up. They're having a time.
I don't think I've ever ridden a jet ski.
Bro.
Wave
It's-
runner to be correct, huh?
You don't. You
It's-
don't.
it's
You
a
don't,
time.
you don't stop
Stand-up.
smiling
It's
on a
a
jet
time.
ski. You don't stop smiling on a jet ski.
Nah,
bro.
it's really fun.
I've ridden Patrick's
On the front or the back.
like stand-up jet ski. That shit's pretty cool.
I feel like that's a lot harder. And
I don't
like
think
more,
I've ever
more
did
work
it-
to be
no.
on a stand-up
Start on
jet
your
ski.
knees.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do that great on my feet, but I did on my knees. It's
The
easier on my
tubing
knees.
is amazing.
Oh, that's the best part. We grew up
I'm
on
not a big
tubing the whole
tuber, man.
time.
Come on.
Yeah, you have to do it.
I'm a big
Tubing's
tube. It's fun,
man,
Depends
but
who you go with, I feel like.
There's no skill behind
with the
it.
right
I like
with
skill
the right
things.
captain, man, because if it's not, it could definitely hurt.
Yeah,
It's definitely fun though. Definitely fun. We've had some memories doing tubing
No,
down the Hudson River.
for sure.
We grew up on that. Coming down, seeing you guys on the boat, we would just be yelling out, being like, "All right, we're going tubing today." It's definitely
Yeah,
a
no,
vibe.
those were definitely the days.
The
Definitely
OG
missed
days,
that.
bro. We go crabbing and fishing over there, and then tubing, all that type of
Yeah, we used
stuff,
to
bro.
eat out of it. Now people
Yeah.
are saying you
Yeah,
can't.
Tuba
no, we
alongside
keep that on the down low.
Yeah,
though.
bro.
We don't talk about that.
Come on, we're good, bro. Don't worry about it.
Definitely not.
What do you mean? We're good.
I
Where we're at
mean,
now.
yeah, sure. I mean, we're definitely doing good now, but I'm just saying,
Hopefully your kids
eating
are
out
good.
of that
Yeah.
Hudson.
Yeah, 25 years from now, they're gonna be like, "Yo, if you swam in the Hudson River or ate out of the Hudson River,
My God.
call this number."
It's fine, bro. It's clean.
Yeah, this guy thinks he can do
Yeah,
3.5
man.
miles, bro.
When we making this swim
We're making it
happen?
happen.
There and back, he said.
There
could
and
do
back.
that. Back. Probably don't need to
you
do
have
there,
plenty
but-
of support outside what you have to do right
Your
now.
dad was like, "Yeah, you don't gotta actually do the whole thing. You could just go to a buoy, the
Nah.
distance." I was like, "Why would I do
We're
that?"
going all the way through.
Oh, you have to.
All the
way
You have
through.
to.
I feel like
That would
it's always-
definitely
so
be dope.
easy.
We always talked about it, like swimming to the barge when we were growing up. Where it was like, dude, imagine we could swim out there and touch the barge.
Yeah,
Even
but
the
that was
barge
that was the
was
goal.
really
That
far.
was the goal. What to
I
do?
think
Like
you were like went out. This kid goes out super far. It was impressive, but
It's
And that's
tough,
probably
bro.
only like
Current.
a third of your trip, just to the
Yeah.
barge from his house, and that's pretty far.
3.5 miles.
3.5. They said right.
Easy money.
Mhm.
Jeez, man.
To
We got to pick a
practice.
perfect day though.
Good
That's the
day,
thing, no white
glass
Well,
day.
it's ticking down now because we're gonna be at the end of
We
summer
could do it
soon.
any
so.
day.
We were,
Oh,
we
we
were
still
saying
got
about
a
the
whole
water.
month.
We
What?
were saying like
It's
the
been a
water's
hot
warmer
summer.
in like the fall.
Water's warmest in the fall, so
Yeah, that's what your dad was saying too. Air is cooler, but the water is super warm.
Probably, yeah.
Damn, that's. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching.
chilling,
I'm gonna be
yeah. I'll
watching
on
and
the
supporting,
ski.
bro.
I could help on the ski.
Yeah, I want to
You
get
know?
out there. I definitely want to be like first hand and
Like a
like
gel pack
watching.
in the water. Or
Yeah,
something.
I mean we have
Right
three.
back.
We have 3 jet skis now, so let's take them out.
Yeah, we gotta put some use to it.
Dead ass.
Yeah, no, 3 jet
Gotta get my
skis
license,
and the
The
boat.
boating license.
Yeah, how easy was it to get a boating license?
Yeah, it's really easy. crazy.
Have you have yours yet or not yet?
No, I haven't done mine personally.
It's
but,
crazy.
Like, I've watched.
Probably easier to get that than
Yeah, no, it really is.
driver's
Rachel could
license.
drive your jet ski before
Chris
you,
could
bro.
drive. Yeah,
You're gonna be on the back seat holding her life vest, bro.
that's
Yeah,
wild.
Shot. But no, if you really wanted to get it done, it's like a few hour process.
Definitely worth it to get
License?
it done. Yeah, boating
Yeah,
license, and jet ski
just
license.
a little anchor on your driver's
Doesn't
license.
it last forever too? You don't
can
have
get
to like
that
renew it.
or, No, actually, I'm not sure on that. But you can either get like an actual card of your license, or you can get what he said, the anchor on your driver's license.
I'm getting the
which is cool.
tattoo. Letting people know.
That's not gonna work.
Not an anchor. It's gonna be like I
Get a
have a
QR
boat.
code on your
It's
arm.
just a-
But yeah, no, it's definitely something.
I definitely think we should get this going though for Jared. I think this would be.
Dude, I've been thinking about it, and you kind of just gotta do it, right? You
Yeah.
just gotta set it up, and whether nobody shows up or everybody.
no.
shows
Well, you have
up,
to set a
just
date.
gotta
Once you
do
set
it.
a date, then you have it in your mind
Yeah.
that it has to be done by this time.
and the
then I
worst
can
thing they
start
were
training.
saying, bro, were like, oh, we have to call 2 people. Maybe call the Elks, call the
Yeah.
sheriff's department. God forbid.
Well, once you get
It's
sheriff's
like-
department's approval, like
Yeah.
you're set after that. You can just figure it out after there.
They might not even want to deal
I
with
feel
it.
like even if you don't even like,
They'll
you
be
really
like, what
need
do
like
we
a
care?
sheriff's
Yeah,
approval though to swim across the Hudson though. Like that's
Yeah,
Probably
well,
like at your own
I think
risk.
people probably
Yeah.
do it every
Yeah,
once in a
people probably
while.
do it like all the
Yeah.
time. You really need like a sheriff's approval on it.
Well, I mean, if you want it to be
Kayaking
an
and stuff.
event, like a full-on event,
Yeah.
Then yes.
probably.
Especially if you're swimming out from a specific point, like a date or something like
Are
that.
you doing it from a specific point, or you haven't figured that out yet?
Longest point.
Whatever we can find.
Which
on our
is-
We
point.
could find
I like
one.
the Elks. That's a good, like, to Haverstraw Bay.
Elks, because then you could come to the Elks. I
Oh,
could
yeah, it
start
has,
in
like, the
Croton,
little-
or I could just go there and back.
Because it starts deep over there, too. The water is not, it's not like a rocky and walking in and then going offshore. And you're not dealing with stuff near
Are you gonna wear
Tocon or-
flippers?
I'm gonna go Speedo.
Are you going
Speedo and
straight Speedo?
Swedes.
Yeah.
Speedo
Are
and
you gonna wear the
these
cap? Are you wearing the cap?
Yeah, I'll wear a cap for sure.
The
you gotta wear
goggles?
a cap.
Swede goggles or just plastic things on your eyes?
They're not going to matter, though. Because it's green.
No, it's just, it's just
But
for my
it's
eyes.
just, you know.
Bro, when you wore goggles the one
Okay.
time, you
Oh,
couldn't
can't
see
even
your hand. You can't see your
anything in
hand.
the Hudson, bro.
Put your hand like that, you
Straight,
cannot
dark.
see it, bro.
You know,
Yeah,
blue,
it's clips.
It's crazy.
Blue
so-
crab.
Hey, we still had great
stripers.
meals.
And we're back. Little intermission.
And we are back.
And we are back. Little intermission. Back on the time.
The official website, guys.
Lovely.
With the one and only Jared Finn.
Give me a fucking curtain.
Jared and Bugs over here.
So this is our mascot.
Bugs.
Rent free. Fat little cat.
Tell you what, he's
Fat
a
little
great
Matt.
cat.
He's the best, man.
He's
I
a
don't know
great
how.
cat.
I always ask him, like, how the hell is your cat like that? He's a dog.
That was a bar.
That's crazy. Pause. That sounds.
Resume.
Oh man. All right.
So where were we before we found out that the camera died?
Yeah, we
Got the camera reset.
didn't
We're
record
gonna-
all of what we just did. We recorded the audio, but none of the video recorded because we tried to use
It's
a new,
kinda-
nice camera, and I don't know how to use it.
We're on the official
Do you
website,
think
guys.
it's just
Budget.
Like, put the audio in for that one part.
I'll
and
just
then
put the audio
go back
in.
to the.
We'll figure it out. We're human.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the Riverside Boys.
That's the growth.
No, we
Except
got that.
Ex Jared.
We got the video for that part.
Yeah, we got 12
Spare
minutes.
one.
We got the first 12 minutes.
Well, the audio we're gonna run throughout, so we can keep the audio running.
No, I'd
Yeah,
rather.
we did
I'd
30
rather
minutes.
not
If you
keep
think
the.
about it, only 15 minutes, basically.
Yeah.
I'd
so-
rather not keep the audio. I'm not gonna lie.
We
Dude,
could-
I'm gonna start putting it on Spotify.
That's
Or-
not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Can we
that
take
idea.
over Joe Rogan?
That'd
top,
be
bro.
Could do anything.
shoot for the stars, baby.
Could do anything, bro. It's gotta be consistent. Gotta,
I say we could.
yeah, I don't see why.
I think we could because
anywhere.
what like the people that I intend to bring on, like once this gets a little bigger and more
Noah Khan.
professional, is like people who are like Joe Rogan brings on people he's interested in talking to, who's like, you know, basically anyone. Like I want to bring people on who like a little bit like Theo Von. Like, you know how Theo Von might have like he's like Garbage Man from New York City. You know?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
just has
yeah.
some like random, like that's going to be all of our people.
Oh,
Pretty much.
you know?
The
yeah.
random stories are the best.
Yeah,
Not like
of
the
course.
real people.
The
Like,
real
not-
people.
Yeah, not like the.
Everyone wants to hear the real
Celebrities or-
stories from the big people, but I want to hear the real stories from the real, like the people who
The real
won't ever get heard, really.
real people stories. That's probably a horrible term to even call it.
Yeah.
But it's relatable, and
Yeah.
people like to relate.
It's like when I'm going to these businesses in North Carolina, and the lady's like, "You're the only person in 15 years to ask me if I need a website." And I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah, it's like that's unheard of in New York.
it's
Like,
unheard of." But me
Yeah.
thinking
It's unheard of
going into
nowadays.
this,
You know
but
what I'm
not,
saying?
Clearly not.
Right,
In a lot
like-
of places that we don't just never been to.
Like, bro, when I was applying for jobs on LinkedIn, I'd send hundreds of resumes. Nothing happened. And then I went with 10 resumes through Portsmouth, knocked on the fucking business doors, and 7 interviews from 10 resumes. It's like the old style of doing things sometimes is
So it does work. I think
organically.
Are you a good interviewer? Or
I hate
interviewee?
interviews. I don't think I'll ever do an interview again.
You don't think so?
I hate.
Yeah,
it.
interviews were.
Would you
good at 'em.
conduct an interview?
I have conducted an interview for Pat at Onsemi.
Mm-hmm. Heard Pat.
Do an interview?
Yeah. I was like,
I don't think I had an
grew up
interview.
with this kid. I don't know if I should do his interview. They were like, that's fine. I was like, all right. It's like, this guy's good.
I think I think we should have interviewed Mike before he gave him the job.
Yeah, you think so?
Mike was on before you, bro.
Mike's
Mike
a
was here
OG.
a while
But
before
who has
you.
more sales?
That's
Got him.
crazy.
Got him.
Kid pulled out the Excel sheet.
What do
It's
you
crazy.
have? One.
I have one. What do you have then?
Congrats.
0.
We got chamber. That's all it is, bro. It's,
How many you got, Matt?
Me, I think I don't. I can't
Lost
even-
count.
I'm waiting for.
Come on, dog. Spit out the number.
I'm waiting for
Pat's
Come on.
got one, bro.
a classified client to get
I
back
can't
to
even
me,
remember.
and then we'll have
votes.
2.
Just working.
That'll be good.
Caught up in traffic.
Maybe we'll answer if we shout him out on the pod.
Should I shout him out? I don't know. He doesn't watch the pod. Peter Lombardi, wherever you at, you got to hit me up.
That's great.
I don't know if you're watching this.
I don't know if you're watching this, but hit me up, bro.
I think that's really
We're
the
gonna make
biggest
sure
thing
he
as well.
watches this.
That I'm trying to communicate to business owners is, the communication. Really, like we could get these projects done within 2-3 days, have it public and everything like that. But it's a matter of how much we're communicating, how thorough it is, transparency.
What would you say is like too much, like harassing a client, like texting them or
I don't
calling
think
them
there's
too much?
You
You don't
know,
think there's
because
ever too much to be like, oh, now this guy's just being overboard?
too much is them just not getting a website, which is like, it's kind of up to you, you know.
I think I used to be nervous for like the ones a day. I used to be like kind of hesitant, like, oh, let me just hit them up next week or let me hit them up a couple days, and then they honestly forgot about me.
Yeah.
And then I'm calling them back, explaining, oh, again, my name is Matt with the website,
Yeah.
guys, and it's a whole spiel again. Versus when I'm texting them every day, I can't just text him with the same question every day.
Yeah.
I have to
Yeah.
text him with me taking a step every day. So now I'm saying, hey, here's my business card. Next time I talk to them, here's a template.
Yeah.
Next time I talk to them, here's the prices. So it's always the next step.
Also, I think a big thing about like harassing someone is like, we're not harassing people for money.
Right.
We're
No,
harassing them to
not
get
at
them
all.
online.
We're actually harassing them like to help them. So like, if we're not like, hey, where's the money? Hey, where's the money? We're like, hey, we need the best pictures of your business so we can make your website the best. It's
Exactly.
like
What,
that's
what,
not
what I'm
It's
trying to
hard
get
to be
at
mad
is
at
like,
that
what if
too.
they're
It's
what if they're
like-
ghosting you and then you got
It
like
is what it is.
at
man.
first
They're busy
they were
people.
like so excited, like for instance, like you know,
Yeah.
they were so excited to begin with, right? And they're saying they're on board, everything's set. We just have to send over stuff, but they haven't sent over anything, and now you're have to continuously
Yeah.
content. What's the like happy?
weird.
What's the happy
seen
medium?
both.
What's the happy medium of not overly
Yeah.
looking like you're hungry to get this done?
I think maybe
Yeah.
like if it's long enough, once a week, you know. Hey, checking in. Hey, checking in. Hey, check. Maybe
Not
it's
even
twice
like
a week.
checking in or following up, but like I think just like I said, those steps.
Yeah, whatever
Not-
it is.
yeah.
But like he's saying, there's no steps to take anymore. Like
Yeah,
that's
you're
his,
just now
what he's
just trying to be
saying,
like now trying to get information.
Yeah.
So it might just be that final message, like we were saying, with not being emotionally attached. Because I was so emotionally attached to every like
Hashtag
lead at
GRS.
first. Like I was so like, oh, this guy said yes. I talked about it to Jared for a week on end, and they ended up not doing a website. So versus like a Morris, we said everything we needed to say. We pretty much were at the point where we couldn't say anything else to them. 3 months went by, and then he texted us and said, I'm down, and then Zelled us 2 days later. So it's like, it's really weird how some of these clients work out. Some of them are overnight. Some of them are a couple
Months
months
on end.
Well, these people
Some of them
like
are-
they're busy, so
right.
like
and
it's
that's a
busy
consideration
business,
as well. They're working
Yeah, so,
60
like-
hours a week on their business.
Yeah.
like what Jared was saying. You know, because they're busy and got things going on in their day-to-day lives, they do forget about us sometimes. So, I mean, as long as, that desired interest remains where it was from the start, I don't think it's ever too much to,
Right.
follow up and see where their head's still at.
And I
Now,
like how
if they shoot you in a direction where it's like they're not interested anymore, then that's okay. That's when you can call it, move on. But
even so though, like it's weird because the Harbor's Cafe, they hard no, and we're like, hey, what if we show them a template?
But I didn't think it was a hard no though, because remember when I called them, they were like,
second time we went in.
the second time it was a hard no, right?
We went in and talked
But
to
I don't know if we
She went,
I don't know if we talked to the same person though. You know what I'm saying?
We spoke to the owner.
She was the owner?
An actual owner of Harbor's after the calls, and we went in again after we met up with Frankie.
I think the templates is going to be a great addition because that gives them something they can look at or go back to and be like, hey, this is what they're trying to sell or trying
personalized too. That's
also a big part of the app. Like I want them to be able to look at what their website would look at before they even say yes, like a template version of it.
But it's not going to look like that. It's going to be better.
Exactly. It's like
it's
this
gonna
is
be
what
better
it could
than
look
that.
like. Yeah. So they could always go back to it and say,
This is a rough draft. What I
wanna
did
do
in the matter of 30 seconds of looking up pictures, and imagine what I could do in 3 days. And a
You
real
see Whole
coder.
Shop, bro. Like we went to Whole. I gotta give you the paper for them as well. I made one we could bring in. Their website right now, our template is better than their website, and she was impressed with just the template. So we're like, oh, what can we do off that?
Well, great example is me and Matt went to Vilma's the other day, and we talked to the owner, and he was obviously intrigued when we brought up the idea of getting him online and getting him the website and all these things. But then when we showed him like limited hype, for example, he was actually more intrigued because he saw actual representation of what we could do in an example. So like you're saying with your app, if you could do that in a span of 30 seconds, show him, and then be like, hey, like this is obviously not going to be your website, but this is just what I could do in 30 seconds compared to what my coder could do. And and 3 days, like he's going to make your thing exponentially that much better.
And then even with the other websites too, even if it's not like clearly we like the direction of putting their logos on it, but even if it's not, they don't. It's the direction, like.
I also think a lot of times we've been showing these people the templates that we make. They don't even realize it's their stuff.
Most of the time, no.
Yeah,
that's why you need to really
because they're so tunnel vision of you just trying to sell them
look at your
something.
website. Like look at I want them to have the confidence to not walk up to someone and say, "Hey, look at our guy made this." Like I want them to be like,
"This is our website."
No, like we made this. Like I made this.
Yeah.
I made this for you. Like
yeah.
both of them saying, "I just made this website for you. Look what I made for you." And they're like, "Holy, you just did that for me. And how long in the parking lot, whatever." It's like,
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. You could virtually have everyone code.
People are more comfortable with what you're showing them rather than just your word. You know what I'm saying? You have to visually give them something to base off. Especially the guy at Vilma's, he was literally saying, "Show me a template, show me this, and then I'll get back to you."
Really?
Like he was on board, but he wanted to see the actual.
Yeah.
And then we were like, "Hey, we can't just build you a website and then you not get the website." You know what I'm saying? So there's obviously a happy medium to it. Like our app is a perfect example. Like it only takes 30 seconds, so obviously we're not going to get.
Dude, because that's also how it kind of developed, is because like I was making the templates, and like at first it was like, oh, it takes me no time to make the template. I just replace the pictures on what I already have, and I was like, this is taking me like an hour, but like an hour was too much for me because like Matt would talk to the person and it was an hour for me to do it, and then I'd send it back to Matt,
and then the whole flow of communication is just off.
I was like, if I could just reduce this down to me not doing it at all, and maybe somebody else doing it for 30 seconds, like that's a whole different process.
Yeah, because it takes you out of the equation, right? And then it has us learn what you're doing at the same time. So now we're getting more knowledgeable. You're now delegating work to people and giving them resources to do what they do. And then like you don't get in until the final product comes in, right? So you don't have you take yourself out of the equation of just working for free, building a little website when then people half the time won't even accept because now they're just like, all right, now they're just taking up your time. Now we're gonna be able to go in, do what you would do, and it's not taking up your time,
and there's no risk either.
No.
Like it felt so guilty when I was like, oh, make me a template, and then the guy just ghosted me. And then I send him a template.
You're working like 18 hours to get this done.
Like,
and then
even the one today, that lady,
No, that's the most valuable part about the app. Saving his time.
Yeah, like this one. I sent her, how many texts, and it's like for example, like this lady, but then the text, thanks, I'll take a look. I have some downtime next week, and then I text her, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
This is probably my busiest week of the season. I'll reach out, and then it's like, oh, okay, this woman is slammed. You know what I mean? And she has a life
Everyone
outside
plug
of
their
business.
mics in.
What is it?
Plug your mic. Everyone push it in.
Good.
Mine clicked.
Is it me?
I think it's good.
But
Weird sound.
showing her the website, sent her the template pretty much. So I just made this on my computer, and then now I'm just texting people the template.
Yeah, it's that
And then-
simple.
It's really actually so
virtually,
easy.
like, this is really not much. Like, from here, now I'm not going to bother. Like, I've taken every step to this lady where I didn't feel like I was hitting her up too much because I didn't say anything the same. Like, none of these messages are repetitive. They're all different. This is our website. This is the pricing. This is boom.
Where are
This
we
is
up on
another
Google
website.
right now?
I think we're first page now.
We
I
are
don't know.
first page, and we're pretty high
YouTube's
up.
helping a lot.
Might be the second or third click. I'm pretty sure at this point.
Yeah, we're getting up there.
Talk about a come up. Where were we? I would say 2 weeks ago. We looked it up. We did
$0
the numbers.
spent.
We looked at the numbers, and we were at the third or fourth page of Google
Back end, baby.
back end, and now we're on front page of Google, and
Front end
we
Google
literally didn't
ads,
put like Jared just said, we put no money into marketing
Yeah.
just $15K a month to be number one on Google. That's
compared
ass.
to just putting in the grind and
We could be number
what
one
it's about,
tomorrow if
baby,
we
the
wanted.
hustle.
This podcast, it's really like crazy as that. Like the
That's
podcast could get
topical.
that many clicks or one stream from any
just
of
mean
the
by
true.
well,
yeah.
if you look at the
Could be
podcast
really
numbers now, right? You start off with the first podcast that you guys produced. You guys were at like 15 views, maybe. Like now, then Jeremy's just went out, episode 5. Check it out. Is that 80 views?
Andy's got 80 something.
Jeremy's
Jeremy's
got
got 60 something.
No, so
Luke's
But
got
imagine,
30.
Imagine,
It's
like,
climbing. It's
imagine a
growth.
room full of 80 people right now. I always say, like, we always say, like, oh, 80 followers, not a lot, whatever it may be, but 80 people right here would be
Yeah.
fucking.
And then the
Insane.
engagement you would
It'd
get
be a
with
lot
80
different.
people.
It'd be a lot. It'd be 3 classrooms of people. It'd be like, holy shit.
When
It's
you
a
put it in
holy shit. It's a
perspective-
holy shit moment.
Yeah, even 30 people.
When you put it into
You know, it's
perspective,
like,
it's
wow.
definitely.
I could see us getting to that
Mhm.
point though, just being able to like.
Appreciate all the subscribers too, all the early subscribers and all the
Yeah, the
followers.
support means everything.
That's huge. We got like
17
18.
subscribers. I
My
think.
mom just subscribed on her TV
18.
today. We got 18
Shout
now.
out Vicky.
Do you know how many people
OG.
like?
The mic's out of my
How many
face.
videos people have to put out to even get 80 views on a video? And we've only put out 5 podcasts, and
That's
we're at
crazy.
80 views right
It's
now.
pretty crazy.
The
You know what I'm
stat,
saying?
too, is nuts. They say like the top 1% of podcasts are literally 21 videos.
Yeah,
I think it was.
And not even to knock it, like we're like an
Close
hour long
21 videos.
podcast, and
Yeah.
people are still watching our podcast.
Yeah.
It's not like we're a 20-minute podcast
That's
having
like 8-hour watch time or something.
yeah. So like
yeah, you could see how far. I think it was like the last one.
Oh, the analytics show you how long. And that's crazy.
like how
actually.
if people.
So it's
actually
interesting. So
getting deep into the
Andy's
video or
was
not.
Andy's had 80 something views, right? And it had 7 something hours of watch time, and Jeremy's had 60 something views. So 20 less views, but I think more watch time at 8
Yeah,
8
so
hours.
more people watch that content.
like through and through.
just through, yeah.
I think we're gonna get the most views. I'm gonna call it
Think
right
so?
now.
Oh, I like that.
You know what? A
gonna
lot of
call it
it
right
comes
now.
down to is like just reposting it. Like, right? If you
Yeah.
repost it, you repost
Well,
it. You repost it. I repost
I
it.
reposted Luke a reel that you posted today,
Yeah.
and I wrote new
I
pod
saw
coming,
that, yeah.
and someone like I think like 2 or 3 people liked my Instagram. So like
It's coming
Oh,
in
yeah.
hot.
that people that don't watch the pod.
Mhm.
So like it's 3 new people that are liking the video.
And that's the whole thing. The faces, like we weren't even we knew it was happening, but like Jeremy's followers, his
Yeah.
followers, like all Mike's followers, like oh shit, Mikey's on the pod,
Yeah.
Hunter's on the pod, holy shit.
Yeah,
It's like-
exactly.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a way different ball.
I'm
game.
hyped you guys actually came on. That was
Yeah, it
Not-
took a minute.
that's beautiful.
It did
That's
take a little bit,
beautiful.
but
Mike's a working man.
We had other guests
Whoa,
on.
yeah.
happy to be here for sure. It's
We had
definitely
some
Jeremy
way
close-
stepped
long
in.
overdue.
Jeremy
Shout out to
stepped
Jeremy.
in, Luke stepped in. The
Shout out to
producer
all
was
the
Luke
guests.
stepped in too.
Luke stepped
Have
in
fun
big
in Japan,
time.
I
Luke.
hope he landed.
Luke's out in Japan. What's
Japan.
today?
So
So we're out in
Thursday.
Japan
Thursday.
now.
Landed
Official
for
website guys
sure.
are out in Japan.
He's out, bro. It's out there. The lobster roll from the vending machine. I need it.
That is nice.
He better be handing
That's
out some
the
cards
difference.
in
That's a culture
Japan.
shock.
Does he have cards?
I'm sure he brought some. If he didn't,
If he
he's
didn't,
fired.
that's just
That
yeah.
looks
He,
like
he needs to
that looks
go.
like a letter right there.
That would be so crazy.
That was like when I made the translated document. I was like, shit, I'm a wizard. I was like, we're getting Mr. Worldwide over here.
No, that's awesome though. That's
Once
awesome.
we get some Spanish-speaking people
Shout
for
out
sales,
anyone interested.
Please come on board.
Breaking language barriers is huge.
It doubles
is
the amount of
big.
people you could speak to.
Cantonese.
Just that.
But we were
Doubles
just
the
in the
amount of
Los
businesses.
Amigos, right? And we had a language barrier, but they still understood what we were trying to get at,
Yeah.
right?
Website seems very universal.
And
so-
like Matt,
yeah.
Matt now did the template with obviously the English
Yeah.
write out, and then now the Spanish write out. So like obviously, yeah, we were gonna need a Spanish translator of some sorts,
Yeah.
but we could still do what we're
For
doing
sure,
now and
for
be able to
sure.
get
Well,
shit done.
The whole thing wasn't like saying it's impossible. It's just
Much easier.
when
Yeah.
you're having somebody that can break that language barrier.
specifics.
And people are more comfortable talking to somebody that talks in Spanish rather
Yeah.
than someone talking in
It's
English.
specifics,
You know, like-
too.
Instructions become more clear.
Yeah.
And like just
Everything.
everything is a smoother process, and that's what you're looking for when you're dealing
It's
with
everything.
with
Yeah.
business.
Everything.
essentially.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
It's
gonna
much easier.
download Duolingo. Tonight.
Literally, bro.
Yeah, let's go.
Like two is like he speaks decent English, but
What's his name?
the owner
I thought you said Huck Tua.
to a Cucina, the Mexican restaurant, Blavel, like he speaks good English, but he said like he's not confident in it. So he has his daughter like come in to like basically
Break the
talk
language
to me.
barrier.
Yeah, to like break the language barrier. And it's like if I just knew Spanish, literally it would just be
Right.
That
Which is
much
very
easier.
obtainable. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's very
not
in your
that.
stretch.
Yeah.
I got an A+ in Spanish college, so I got some. I got
I
some.
did not.
Spanish.
Shout out, Mr. G.
Shout out, Mr. Chat GPT.
Chat GBT. I didn't have that back in high school.
If I had ChatGPT
Honestly, no. I
in
think it was more of
college,
my professor.
If I had it in
Shout out
high
my
school, I don't think I
professor.
would have went to college. Oh God,
I would have went to the best college.
I would have been
What
like,
college would
should I
you
go
say
to?
best
And
college,
so-
buddy?
What?
You ain't going nowhere.
If you could do it
If I had
over again, would
ChatGPT.
you go somewhere else?
No, I wouldn't.
Never.
Do anything different.
West Virginia has my heart.
Shout him
West
out.
Virginia has
man.
my
I
heart.
also
Shout him
have a
out.
couple other things too.
Mountaineers, baby.
Well, that's for sure. Well, that's for
a
sure.
couple other things.
I get shout out. I get shout out a lot over there.
West
Oh
Virginia's
my
awesome.
God.
Pissed I never actually came to visit, but
Yeah, it's
that's
tough
Me
awesome.
that you
too.
didn't.
I mean, I was.
Mike went to UNH.
Mike told me he was too scared to go to West Virginia.
I mean,
Yeah.
dog. What was I? 16.
He was young.
17?
He was a
I
young boy.
Snapchatted him. I was like, "Yo, you gotta pull up to a party." He's like, "Dude,
He's a coyote in the wolf world.
I wouldn't fit in."
That's 100% internal.
Hey, man. I know my lane. That's all. I stay in it. That's all.
Fast lane.
I probably wouldn't. I would fit in anywhere, but New Paltz is my scene. I think.
You know what's your scene, Jared?
What?
Billy's.
Yeah.
Billy's is definitely your scene.
I think
Billy's
I'd
in the
redo
scene.
it.
Billy's is better than Bleacher Bar. I'll
Redo
tell you
it.
that. Bleacher Bar is ass.
Billy's is definitely a
the Fenway
vibe.
vibe is sick, but the New York culture of the bars is so much better.
I was trying to explain that. Like the difference is really just I think the culture.
Yeah.
There's nothing like New York culture. That's just
true.
facts. It's so diverse. Like,
Do you see yourself living in New York your whole life, though?
no. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love New York. You know, I'll never.
Your
forget
roots are from
my
New
roo-
York,
yeah,
obviously.
Exactly. I'll never forget my roots, but I do want to, step out and explore a little bit more.
When we
what
make it
there
big,
is
where
to
do you
offer.
see yourself living? When we make it big,
I can't give you a specific pinpoint. I can
The
give
colony.
you,
Mike goes up the street even more.
preference on destinations.
He goes up 9W a little further. Then he's gonna retire.
I'm gonna go
in
to
Bear
Tompkins
Mountain.
Cove.
Yeah.
No, but ideally, if I had to pick, I don't know. I'd probably want to be somewhere south. I do like the Carolinas.
I would say
Yeah,
South Carolina.
Carolina's
South Carolina is definitely
beautiful.
number one for me.
I love
think.
the Carolinas.
North Carolina is beautiful.
Yeah, but I
man.
feel like North Carolina is more retiree than South Carolina. I think
I
South
could
Carolina
see
has
that.
South Carolina has more of like a party vibe and more of like
Mm.
going out.
A
vibe.
younger crowd.
Well, that's
for
what I
sure.
would like. I would want like if I was to
But
move
no,
out.
no matter where you go in the Carolinas, you're gonna have that older crowd. Anywhere south, it's
Yeah,
just
it's older
retired
crowds
central,
for sure
you know?
down south.
And they're the start of it, where weather starts getting nicer,
that's where Meach
more
wants to go.
bearable.
Got to
Which
go to a
wants to do
city
that?
for younger crowds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fast
Well, I always
paced.
want to live in Hoboken. I think Hoboken is one of the sickest places.
Hoboken's
I
cool.
love Hoboken.
Never been there, but
It's
everyone
one of
loves
the. It's
it.
like living in the city, but not living in the city.
Yeah.
You know, it's you have every perk,
Hoboken.
and you're
Hoboken's
literally
where you
a
live in your
15-minute boat
apartments,
ride
right
or
over
a
the
15-minute
water.
train
Yeah.
ride to the city.
Jersey City.
And also, though, another part of just wanting to get out of New York. New
These
York's
guys are going
expensive.
dumb.
Very
It's
expensive.
very expensive.
Where we live is the number 2 tax or property tax in the nation, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
ridiculous because
And
we have
I don't even pay full on taxes yet, and I feel it.
What do you pay, bro?
I pay a lot. I have a lot.
The
to worry
tail
about.
light that his mom clipped.
Yeah, thanks, mom.
The
That's
OG. The
definitely,
OG.
an
that is.
unnecessary.
Tammy's the
expense,
OG.
but,
Yeah,
you know.
Tammy, how high were you?
No, it's okay. It's life. It happens.
Mama Dukes,
We get it
baby.
fixed.
The Dukes.
Mhm.
Let it slide. It was her birthday the day before.
She was partying.
Probably. Who knows? I saw her like. She came home pretty late, so yeah, I would assume.
As she should. I was gonna say that's.
She's a
Hype
great
for
woman.
Tommy's. What was that? The 24th. Gonna be a rager.
You see
Yeah, I
the
told Tommy I was bringing the party candy.
This party is gonna be something. We're taking out the skis and the boat.
Yeah, I'm taking out the fucking skis
Every
too.
water toy we got will be out in the water. Let's go.
I'm going down the Black Diamond.
That's great.
You
I'll
guys
be
see
going
the,
down the green mountain.
Yeah, dead ass, bro.
Smoking the green the whole time.
You see the clip of
Get a gold medal.
Brittany
for that.
Griner
Which video?
when she said she's the poppy of her baby.
No, Jesus.
Who
Christ.
said that?
She said, "I'm the papa, not the mama."
Papa Bear, baby.
Oh, I saw.
I ain't testing the gangster, bro. I've sure,
You favored it?
Run it. I was gonna say.
I did see that.
Mike reposted.
Definitely interesting.
Will we rip that? On the 2-time?
I was gonna say, would you guys be down for maybe grabbing a beer after this?
We are not alcoholics on this pod.
I was gonna say, Fireside's open. It's the only place open in this town.
Fireside, what a place. Nah, I think it's cool. It's just.
All right, we're all cracked, but let's just get back to the cracked.
I don't know how you guys are doing this out without headphones.
I like
was,
it.
Headset was no move. I'm
It's
not gonna
more
lie.
like, at least when I'm talking, it's. I don't know. It throws me off.
I don't
like,
think I
not
look
being able
right
to
in
hear
headset.
myself how I am now, like with it out. I don't know. That's just personal preference.
I'm just
I guess.
sweating. So that's, there's no like I can't
Going
make up
back
any
in.
bullshit about
The
anything.
AC's off.
I could do
It's
mic or-
hot. It's definitely
It just
hot.
feels like you guys are talking to me.
Because you're the only one wearing the
Yeah.
headset. It's more defined audio for you.
That was a big word for you, wasn't it?
Can you spell define?
Jesus Christ, drink another one.
Jared can't do two-step math. Mike can't win a third grade spelling bee.
That's crazy.
Mike is definitely not smarter than a 5th grader.
No.
What a show.
Oh shit.
The long division.
Hey,
now
I
is-
graduated in the National Honor Society.
Wow.
Just
Wow.
How much did you have to pay to get into the National Honor Society?
you don't pay for that, buddy. What'd you graduate with?
You
I
showed up to
graduated a
school
degree in
time.
partying.
Well,
West Virginia, baby.
that says it all, right
Can't
there.
retake a
Hey,
class.
but
you
we're in
can
the
always
same
relive
spot
a
now,
party.
so all that matters, right?
Who's next to
So
who in the
website.
class?
We
Yeah.
just have fun. We're kidding.
We're vibing over here.
Just give him a
What it is, you
1-2.
gotta have fun with it.
The 1-2, John Jones. John Jones.
John
beating
Jones might be the
Aspinall.
scariest human being in
Big
Beating
fights
ass,
tomorrow,
Not
bro.
even Mike. John
Big
Jones
fights tomorrow.
is the
Cheeto?
scariest.
Cheeto,
Cheeto's
Tony
Cheeto's
Ferguson.
knocking him out. Tony Ferguson's losing.
Tony Ferguson's fighting who?
Tony Ferguson's
Yo, you
carrying
want
the
my
boat.
MMA picks for
Cheeto's
today?
fighting Michael Chiesa.
Yeah, Hunter's
And Tony Ferguson's fighting
Gamble
Michael Chiesa.
responsibly.
Hunter's
Oh.
bomb parlay for the week.
You want my
Who's
bomb
Cheeto
parlay of the
fighting?
week? I'm gonna take. Who's main event?
You
I
know
think
my
it's-
picks-
Main event's what? Corey Sandhagen. I'm taking.
Corey Sandhagen
I'm
versus
taking
Umar Nurmagomedov.
Nurmagomedov by submission. I'm taking that. I'm
I
taking
think
Cheeto
Corey's gonna
Vera
win.
money line. Cheeto Vera money line.
Cheeto.
Cheeto.
Moneyline,
It's gonna
submission.
And then I'm taking
Lock
I'm taking Mackenzie Dern.
Wasn't Nick Diaz supposed to
Yeah.
fight?
it. Mackenzie
Nick
Mackenzie
Diaz.
Dern.
Oh, Mackenzie Dern's fighting.
What?
Mackenzie
What's
Dern's
so funny
fighting
about
Lupi
Mackenzie Dern?
Said it in third
Godinez.
He said Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah, I hung up the jersey. I'm not throwing any bets.
I got my picks on the
Are you down
Olympics
bad?
tomorrow.
He's down bad.
The bets on what? No.
No, it's,
My picks on the Olympics tomorrow: Caleb Dressel, one fly win.
That's a lock.
Carson Foster to win the 2IM. And then I also have Caleb Dressel to win the 100 fly and Katie Ledecky to win the 800 meter, which is a lock. And then I have Carson Foster to win the 2IM and Caleb Dressel to win the 50 free, or Carson Foster to win the 2IM and somebody else.
You are down bad for if you're betting Olympic swimming.
It seems like a
No,
lock.
that's his.
That's
like
big
it's what he
time, bro.
knows.
He knows
So,
the
like,
locks, bro. You get the sleeper picks, trust.
and it's a sleeper sport that most, like at least majority, are not gonna be betting on. So it's probably a perfect.
Dude, it's
market.
crazy. No, well, the thing is,
so
like,
why don't you throw money
so
on it? Mike?
everything
'Cause
except,
I'm retired.
dude. So there's always one favorite, which is like minus like 100 to like minus 400, but it's to win gold. So like anybody in the top 4 or 5 can win gold, and the second place is always like plus 200.
Well, Caleb Dressel's a
Third,
dog.
fourth, like seeds are fucking plus like 1400, and it's like they have just as much of a chance to win as the person who's top seed, because that's how the Olympics works.
You know, Olympic sport betting. Definitely don't think I'd find myself. Christ, bro. Definitely wouldn't find myself betting on Olympic sports. Don't know it enough. If I'm gonna bet on anything, you know, you got the preseason.
This guy was betting on
NFL.
AA baseball today.
Was not betting on AA baseball.
I don't even want to hear it.
Like the Hudson Valley Lightyears.
That game was on before the Houston and Chicago game.
Never
was
seen
on.
someone say, "Let's put this game on." Just flip to AA without betting on it.
Well, Jared has left the pod. Everybody, he's gotten overstimulated by the bet talk.
Betting's stupid.
The races are on at 5 a.m. tomorrow, though.
Which ones?
The races I just
That's
talked
where that's
about.
been. Jesus.
That's fucking nuts.
Were you not listening, Matt?
I thought you were talking about horse races.
Actually, horse race. Yo, one of my bucket list thing is to go to like a Kentucky Derby / like Belmont /
Belmont was at Saratoga last year.
I don't
So,
see the
well, no,
fun
I
in that.
thought Belmont was always in the Queens though. Am I
don't
wrong
think
for
so.
that? I thought Belmont was Queens.
I don't think so.
I'm 100% sure it's Queens.
So stand on that. I got no idea.
I have no idea either.
Yeah, I'm
But
thinking
there was one of
Belmont's
the big
Queens.
races was at Saratoga last year.
Well, Saratoga has their own race track, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
But
hold
I think
Travers
lot
is
of-
always
but I
there.
think the Kentucky. What's the 3 races? It's Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and Belmont, and they're always in the
Maybe.
same places.
Travers is big.
Where's that?
I don't know if that's like a big
was
one.
gonna say, I
But
didn't-
it's in Saratoga.
I want to bet on
Every
a
year.
horse.
I lost every race.
betting.
the other day.
I don't even know how like you would even come to with that decision. Like,
Yeah, I can't say.
Bro, you bet on cards.
what are you talking about? It's way different.
Investment.
man.
It's not 100%.
It's not an
like-
investment.
Long-term investment, bro. I'm down 80% right now, but the card's value is going to go up. His meniscus is going to be cured.
Yo, that trout though that
Yo,
you
You are
have.
D1 goblin right now. It's crazy.
Nah, chill, bro. Just getting the coins.
Sweating.
But
I'm-
no,
I'm
down 80% is false.
buzzed.
We're up 80%.
Can we be done?
Yeah, I'm down. Appreciate you guys coming on, though. For real. That's
No, I can't stress it enough. It's
hyped. I think it's
been an
Thanks
honor,
for finally
honestly.
coming on, not
It's-
flopping. Hunter,
no,
especially.
never a flop.
Hunter's a flop.
Jared's capping out of his ass. This is sponsored by Goose Island, by the way.
Fuck him.
This
Get me.
guy's talking out of his
Hunter left
ass.
me hanging. It's just loose egg.
But seriously, on an
Completion.
official note, follow the official website, guys. We're on the come up. We got a podcast. We have a website. Please follow, subscribe, like the video.
Website
There's so much to come.
There's a lot more coming.
So
A lot
much
more
coming.
podcasts.
It's hype.
A lot more conversations.
This is just the beginning.
just
and
the
this won't be
beginning.
the first time we're here too. So
It
What's
won't
up,
be. It
guys?
will not be the last time that we're on here.
Not at all.
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant. It won't be the last time.
That's what we talk. That's what we talk about here.
Mike, he's like, this is the last time I'm on here.
Thank you, everybody. It was a pleasure.
Have a
Jared,
safe night.
Thank you,
Be cool.
Take
Be
care.
safe.
Deuces.
everybody.
It's been real.
Bang, boys.
Sick, man.
No, I think you can get it done, but I just would like to do like a timer on it too, like set a timer so it's not just like a get it
Yeah,
done
set
and
a
that's
time
it.
for
Like
me.
set a timer for like 4 hours if you can do it
Easy.
in 4 hours.
Kid's asking a lot now.
No, but he was saying that he could do
Oh,
it. He
yeah.
could do it. He was saying.
Easy
I said 4 hours is a good time, but he was like, no, I can kill it in like 3,
I respect the hustle.
2.5, 3.
What,
Oh,
there
yeah.
and back in 3?
No,
Hell
no, no,
you're
no.
bugging.
Just
'Cause
say,
that's what- that's
that's
like
pretty impressive.
Superman.
There and
Aquaman.
back would be crazy.
That would be OD.
There and back would be an actual crazy feat. Although, dude, I was just talking like I was up in Saratoga with my
Just do
friend
it.
who's a coach, and they were doing like open water swims with all their coaching friends. And this one guy did the Lake George swim, which is the tip, like the whole Lake George, which is like 36 miles or some shit. Just did it.
Damn.
Just by himself, like just
Disgusting.
for nothing.
Non-stop, just straight.
He does it every year or whatever. Yeah.
Disgusting.
I'm like, okay, if he
That's
could do
freak
that.
athletes right there.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, man. That's
Yeah, definitely.
And we're
not
just
me.
talking about doing 3.5 miles, bro. Like it's crazy difference what people could do.
They do it every day, literally every day. Open water swims.
What's
3
in like a
miles.
triathlon? How as much is a swimming event? Like say like the
It's like
Olympics
3
right
miles.
now. Is it 3 miles that goes?
I think triathlon's 3.5 miles.
what is the triathlon again? It's swimming, biking, running, or no?
I think it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, it's
Swimming,
Those two?
going around.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, that'd be interesting to try. Honestly,
It got
wonder if
postponed
you
though
could-
because the river was
No,
dirty.
they did it actually.
they ran
They
it.
did
They
it?
cleaned
They
it. They
ran
put
it.
like a 1 point something billion into it.
1.4 billion, and then they had a
bad.
press conference
That was
after of all like the
pause.
the 4 women that like got medals, and they
Yeah.
said, "Oh, this was they did a great job. We're perfectly fine." All
Clean
that
as
stuff.
water.
How much do you think they got paid to say that though?
Yeah,
At the end of the day, like
Probably a decent amount.
They probably had that shit gun to the head.
yeah, that's. You see like the medal bonuses too, like for these certain countries, like Hong Kong. Every time you get a gold medal, you win like 725,000.
Yeah, I saw
Damn.
that.
Compared to like USA is like 32,000.
I wonder if they could do sponsorships though. That's the biggest thing I was thinking about. Like USA, you could freely do sponsorships.
I don't
so-
think maybe not actively
know.
during the Olympics. I think it's probably before and after. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
you
type
can't
of
do
thing.
it during the Olympics. You just have to sponsor the Olympic shit.
Yeah, only
Makes
Olympic
sense.
stuff.
I wonder how accurate that number is. If it's like
What for the bonuses?
actual like U.S. dollar value.
That's what they were saying. They
Well,
were
that was
saying
a
they
report.
were equivalent to $785,000 the
Good.
Hong Kong athletes were doing,
Good.
which is absolutely insane.
Damn.
Which is like
It's
us
better.
is
I think.
32.5, and we're winning how many more medals?
I
feel
think we
like-
have 27.
yeah, it was something like that.
It's like Caitlin Clark getting offered $76K to play professional, and then $5 million from Ice Cube for the Big Three.
Yeah.
It's obviously.
But
she's gonna
if she
play.
went to the big 3 though, she wouldn't get as much endorsements
Yeah.
as she would if she was going to obviously the league.
That's the thing. The
Yeah.
endorsements.
The endorsements are
sponsorships.
insane, and she's going to be going down as like the best WNBA player of all time.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah, I can
for
agree.
sure.
Shout out,
Oh.
shout out Caitlin Clark.
Kate
Yeah, you got the
Kate
jersey.
Douglas. She's from Pelham. You guys know where Pelham is?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm.
My roommate's from
Section 1. She just won the gold in one of the events in swimming today. It's pretty
Really?
sick, yeah.
That's
She's a beast.
Awesome. She's gonna come back and probably do a parade and everything.
Probably.
Yeah,
She
the
went to
whole shit.
That'd be
Tokyo Olympics, but she won silver with the relay. She
That's
was
still
So this is her
really good.
second
which is
Olympics.
crazy, but this was her second Olympics. She won gold in the
Nuts.
individual.
Have you ever
Wow.
talked to her and like asked like
Nah.
how she like about the Olympics and like?
Did
what's,
I
like,
talk to her?
Yeah, I don't know.
He has his autograph.
I don't know her. But we swam in the same pool.
There you go. That counts
Do you
for
know
That's
something,
a
right?
flex.
Counts for something,
That's
right?
a flex.
Watching
Yeah.
this in the background right now is pretty wild. I
Well,
didn't know
don't
there
you
was
don't
a-
you have records in North Rockland High School?
Yeah, it wasn't that pool though. It was the Felix Festa pool. You know
Okay.
Felix
Mhm.
Festa, Clarkstown.
That's still
Yeah, everyone
big.
swam there.
Still
Is
big.
the name
course it's
still
big.
up
Nah,
there?
that shit's crazy. My name's not there. My name's not still up at North Rockland. I don't think.
That's good. We
It
like to
might
see
be in the relay. Yeah, it is still in one of the relays, but no individual.
With that new gym, I don't want to see any names that are still up
Yeah,
there. We need
bro.
to see
I
records
mean,
broken.
is Mikey T still up there though?
He's still up there.
Yeah.
He'll be up there for a while. Zugaby will be up there for a very long time.
That's nice.
They might never. I mean, unless someone gets
How
really
crazy
good.
were their numbers like when you saw it firsthand? Like, is it insane to see like
They're really
record,
fast.
a record breaking
Yeah,
like?
it's pretty crazy. They're really
race.
fast. They yeah, Zugaby did a lot of his records in North Rockland pool because he was like swimming competitively in his club team all year round. So he was like, our championship meets were always in March at the end of the season, but he was doing championship meets all the time. So he was just like doing some crazy times in the regular meets because they would just kind of line up. You'd just be destroying fucking everybody.
So if you like got a record like you said at Felix Festa, does it go up in the North Rockland like thing, or you have to do it at? North
yeah, if
Rockland
you
pool?
broke our record, I think we also have a pool. No, we don't have a pool record. A lot of pools have pool records, and then they have the like team record or whatever. So like I can go to Felix Festa and break the pool record, but I can't break their Clarkstown record.
Okay.
because it's fucking too good.
No, because you can't. Like I'm not part of the team.
Oh,
but
okay.
the pool record's
It's like
different.
for their school specifically.
Sounds kind of egotistical. It's like, yeah, you can't break this record.
It's just the matter. You can break the pool record all you want.
So you can walk in there right now and be like, I'm gonna go for the pool record, and you're just gonna go crush it.
It has to be like a competition, I think. Whatever USA Swimming approved.
Jared gets his initials on
An
a
official
tile
meet.
underwater, so every time they jump in, they see the J.
Do you think
JF?
if you were to go against like high school swimmers now, you would beat them in a race, or you don't think you could
Okay.
medal?
I'd say so.
Do I think I'd beat high school swimmers in a race? I mean, some of them,
They're primed.
not the good ones.
They're training every
Not the
day.
good
Though.
ones.
You remember that grind back in high school? That was different.
Definitely some studs, but
Like I could still hop in the pool and do a pretty good time. So if you're not as good as that time,
Yeah, obviously. What was your like standard time in like a relay?
what are you gonna know?
I don't know.
200.
Figure it
We did
out.
200 meter.
200 freestyle.
What does Phelps do compared to what
143.
Phelps does?
It's different because they swim like long course. So I always swam short course.
different setup.
There's an echo.
So he's
You know,
kicking more, pretty much.
It's because you don't have your headphones.
So like they're both
on.
swimming 200, but like he would be kicking more, so Phelps would be swimming more in that same distance.
I mean,
Is this true, right? Am I bugging? Yeah. Yes.
I think you would medal.
I would medal against the high school.
Yeah, I think you. Realistically, if we're thinking about it, I think you would medal against the high schoolers. To be completely honest,
That's funny.
but like, if you gave him like 6 weeks to train,
Well, yeah, I would say so. How
I
long?
I think that's what he needs.
he's been
to
how
swim,
long out
yeah.
of swimming? You
6
were you
weeks to
were you
swim across
were you a
the
college
Hudson.
swimmer?
I was a college swimmer.
So you're
I was a
what?
college
You're
swimmer
2
for 2
years out of
years.
college.
Am I 2 years out of college?
2-3 years out of college now.
That's so much better what I just did. I am 2 years at 3 years. 2021.
So what? That's 5 years since you swam
years.
competitively.
5, yeah, about 4 or 5 years.
That's really you don't
No,
just lose
yeah,
it.
I don't think
you
you
know.
would lose it.
That's what I'm saying. If I got on a track right now, I don't know. I might hawk, bro. I don't know.
I don't know about like, I think you might not.
Sleeper,
You might
bro,
not be getting the
nah.
times you were doing back in high
The
school,
OGs,
Brody.
The OGs know, bro. I'm in the yearbook.
You're in the yearbook.
Check it out, North Rockland's finest.
They
Check
went
that
to-
off the
bro, They
list.
went to one dual meet for pictures, and they took pictures with us. Like the one dual meet is like the shittiest meet of the year. I'm just ripping pics of everybody for the yearbook. That's
Usually how it
hilarious.
went. It's funny, man.
Now Eric Favors out of track is now going in Ireland
he-
Olympics.
He throws next week, right?
Absolutely insane.
I was just talking about it with your dad.
Crazy.
Seeing him lift like freshman year, just like holy shit.
Like, would you
This
like? Would
guy's
you
a-
say like when you were with him, like, oh, this guy's gonna be an Olympian? Like, this, it's crazy to
I
think
mean,
about people.
yeah,
that-
you
dude,
really-
you know what it is? It's just the drive from
Right.
like at that time he was saying he was gonna he wanted to be an
Yeah.
Olympian, and he's never not said that.
It's
Now he's a
manifesting is
fucking
real, bro.
Olympian.
Manifesting
Yeah.
is real.
Oh, 100.
How long has it been since he's been trying to really?
Well, he was supposed to
A
go
while.
for
I think it was
football.
like 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, literally 10
I
years.
think that you posted a video.
Yeah.
It was like 8 to 10 years or something like that.
Crazy.
It's like he was supposed to go to football, and they said he was too small, and then now he's striving to be an Olympian and for the Ireland. Like,
Hitting it somewhere else.
yeah, he took that drive and put it somewhere else. That's what we're gonna do for the official website, guys. All about the
That's what I'm
drive,
saying.
bro.
A lot of great
keep
stars.
going.
All
It is
about
all
the
about the
stories.
drive.
All
And it's
about
like,
the
bro,
drive.
8 to 10 years. Imagine what.
Every
we're
day I
at 8
wake
to 10
up and
years
I'm
from
just
now.
I don't even know. I just have this straight vision of what's happening. Not even what's gonna happen. It's already happening in my brain, so it's happening in real life.
Right.
You're picturing it.
You have to, because if you don't, no one will.
Well, if you can't vision it, then it won't happen.
That's
Yeah.
next level manifestation.
I'd be doing it even on a day to day. I'll go to sleep like that whiteboard has some coding shit I have to do,
It's all in the
and at the I go to bed and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna figure this out tomorrow by this time, and then I do.
That's good.
Well, if you set goals,
'Cause I
you'll be
start
able
thinking
to
about it.
conquer them. And you have been setting if you look back 3 months ago, where you guys were with this podcast or with this official website with a business, and then now you pictured it, but it's just crazy to think about how it can happen.
Once you get there, it's crazy
Yeah.
because it's especially because you don't even realize it. Right now, we're sitting here doing this podcast with these mics and mic stands, and it's we had none of this.
And Mike.
Yeah.
Mic and mic
Guy with
stand,
the
mic.
dad jokes over
Yeah, it was bad. But
Saying.
yeah, now we're here doing this, and it doesn't even feel like we did because 3 months ago I was like, oh, it's gonna be like this. It's now just like, well, of course
It's
like
happening.
this. But
Right.
We're just scratching the surface.
It's
as well,
always
too.
cool to see how your journey unfolds.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they say. They don't say.
Compared to-
They don't say like the ending point. They always say the journey's better than.
No, it's always the best. If you can't enjoy the journey and what you're doing, you probably shouldn't be doing it.
yeah,
And if you don't
That's the
enjoy
fun
it,
thing,
then there's
honestly.
no point of doing it.
Exactly, because
it's true.
finding that joy within the process, it just creates what everything is like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No.
it's
It's awesome, dude. Like being around all my closest friends, and we're all working on something.
That's another
that,
surreal aspect to it.
Like,
It's really
appreciate
dope.
you guys coming on. You're
Happy to
both
be
early
here.
employees. And
Happy to be here
we
for
appreciate
sure.
both of you guys, the work you put in for us, and you got Jordan on now. Shout out Jordan. Shout out Luke, Pat.
Well, you
What
started
would
off
you
with.
Hunter, what would you say if someone came up to you and said, what do you do for the website, guys?
Well, I
You're
would
first.
say.
You're coming next, Mike, so start
Well, the
thinking.
first thing I would first say is that I started out as like just a regular employee, and then now we're moving up as a salesperson, trying to get our first couple sales. Not just a salesperson, but I'm also a like person that will market the company more, and then rather just be like, hey, I'm just for the money. I'm more for the business more than obviously for the money, because you could see a business grow,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd rather
Yeah.
than see your pocket grow, I'd rather just see the business grow at the same time.
Yeah. It's way cooler.
100%. It's just a better feeling as well, seeing.
And it comes with it. Like, that's kind of inevitable. And, like, that's such a, like, maybe, like, an arrogant thing to say to many people. But, like, just like we were saying before, like, if you have the vision, you know that vision's going to happen. You don't have to worry about the money because the vision includes making money. Like,
Yeah, the money will come.
Money
Yeah.
will
With-
come. Exactly.
If
All
you're
of
doing
them
the right
from there,
things,
but-
the money will definitely come.
And
what
it's
do you
not
do
all
for the
about the
website,
money, though,
guys,
either.
Mike?
If you were to ask me what I do, my answer to you would is I help small businesses create an online presence for themselves.
That's
I
nice.
market and I provide information on what we do, what we could provide, and how we could specifically help these businesses. And yeah,
I like that
I
a
like
lot.
it.
That's pretty much I think everything we're going for here is just like how we're trying to help the businesses, talking to these people, realizing that there's a lot of things that aren't known to the general business owner, a lot of loopholes and stuff like that, and we want to make things pretty upfront. And I think you guys are just the best people for that. Like you're genuine people all around.
appreciate that.
You guys really represent the company in like the best way possible. And they say, like, some people say don't go into business with friends and family, and I just disagree with that completely. I think it's
We have to have the right people with you.
I
as
think
well.
it's a trust, and I think building that community, and like you said, the passion's gonna come and the money's gonna follow.
Nah, for sure.
All of us
Shout out to Mike too, because we went to the Harbors
Shout out to
Cafe a couple weeks ago, and we asked Mike the same exact question, and he put a different answer than he did now. So now he's growing and
Yeah.
No, for sure.
learning
For sure.
what is more important and
And if you aren't
what the focus
growing,
is.
within the process, then you're definitely doing something wrong. So to see that growth is definitely cool.
You have more of a passion now too. I feel
Oh,
like,
for sure,
especially after
for
you getting
sure.
your first couple, like
Oh yeah,
dipping your toes in the water with
we can
talking to
see it.
clientele
I mean,
and for sure.
everyone grows in different ways. Like every plant is different, and it requires different growth. So it's like it's gonna come eventually for all of us, and then once it hits, we really appreciate you guys being a part of it and doing what you do for us. And the fact that you guys are already like, yeah, I might want to potentially move into this full time, and like that's really all we can ask for. And the only goal we have is to just make it the best opportunity for everyone. Make it a place where it doesn't even feel like you're working.
No, definitely. And I
it's
think
just,
it
yeah,
works
fun.
so well too because we all share that
Mhm.
long-term goal.
Yeah.
And we're
And-
still in the early stages right now. Like imagine
Right.
we get into a place where we can all be together and like bounce ideas off each other, learn off each other. Like we're doing this all separate handedly right now. Like
Yeah.
we're all different
That's a
places
common
we're doing.
theme Pat was saying too. Everyone in the same room.
Yeah.
Idea bouncing
place
is
Oh, no,
crazy.
yeah.
Like if
And
we all
there's
had
work and
computers
work
here-
ethic too, because you could be at home and you don't have the same work ethic as like Matt or Mike, and you guys we all get into the same room. Everybody has the same work ethic. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're all trying to do the same exact thing.
I mean, even us.
That's the biggest thing.
We're different when
Yeah, when
We
we,
were
lived
working a lot
together.
more. Well, I mean,
Yeah, I was just always on my computer, and then
In a
like if I
sense.
was on my computer, you were on your computer, and
Right.
then, like if you're both kind of feeling that way,
The
you're
energy
always on your
feeling.
shit.
It's
The
like
productivity
having-
goes up.
the energy's
Having-
just there, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm waking up every day at 7 a.m. and I live with, no, I'm not coming, but like if I live with you, you're not going to be waking up at 11 or 10.
No,
If
you're
you
gonna get
see
up.
me, you're going to start seeing wait, two of my roommates are waking up at 7 a.m.
Yeah,
What are they doing? I'm going to wake up at 7 a.m. Fuck it, why not? They're up shooting the shit.
Exactly.
yeah.
And
Imagine,
Why not?
yeah,
that
You know what I
energy
mean?
is
So
huge.
Imagine
It's huge.
it's 6 of us or 7 of us.
Well, that's
in a
where I
place.
vision us in the next couple, let's say, like couple months to a year. I see us.
Yeah.
I see us
Honestly,
getting a
that's-
place, like not
that's the
even to like
vision.
live, just but to like go hang out and like figure out ideas and see how we can make this business grow. And I think that would improve our business drastically,
Yeah.
exponentially,
Oh,
100%. It'd make the work atmosphere that much better and our productivity go that much up. Like,
Yeah, I agree. We need a common space for the energy. That's really what it is, and it's like
because we're all different,
can't- yeah.
right? And we all have, like I said, different work ethics, but we all bring something to the table. So imagine
Yeah.
we're all at the same table. It's gonna just be
getting
Yeah.
dinner together even
Yeah.
would be a good start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just getting the energy across. Just
Today I texted Pat like what I did for that work, and he was like, "Oh, I wish I could work on something like that all day." I was like,
You
"You
can.
can." I was like, "You
Realistically,
can."
you
And then
can.
I laid out like the payment structure, like how much he would get paid and everything, like if he did the whole
X amount of
project,
work.
whatever. He was like, "Oh, word," and I was like, "So if you get 2 of those a month, you could quit your job." And he was like, "Oh, that would be the dream." And I said, "Goal."
Yeah,
As
Well,
no,
now,
exactly.
now you have
Goal.
four. You have
Now it's on the
four,
whiteboard.
four hungry salesmen right now, or 4 hungry
Yeah.
people trying to grow this business that are going to get sales across the Northeast right now. Obviously, we have people. Jordan in Boston. You have us all in
Yeah.
New York. Like
across
once
the
we
whole
all
US.
start getting 2 to 3 clients a week. Like Pat's going to want to come on like 100% because we're going to need him.
Yeah.
We're going to need him. Like obviously
need
you're a god at coding, but we're going to need more. We're going to need more people to
Yeah, shout out
fucking
Jared.
get on. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I think if we pitch the idea to him and like show him the breakdown of everything, which like anybody's gonna be like, all right, I'll
I had
jump
some
aboard.
guy from Pakistan hit me up on LinkedIn. He asked me if he wanted to be an outsource for our company.
Oh, really?
I was like, no. I was like, I asked him like how much does he charge? He said 30 to 80 an hour. I was like, why would I do that?
What,
And
pay him to like do
that's
our?
basically what I'm making
Your whole
on the job. So like,
We don't need you just yet.
that's his thing. But yeah, I was like, no, we're not gonna outsource. We're gonna try not to do that thing.
do 15 an hour. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I mean, had he said 10 an hour, it's
His
like
price just
you
wasn't
have
right.
to do it.
Yeah, it was just the negotiating wasn't very good.
Yeah, no. I
Which
think he's
is
a
fine.
solo guy.
But
so,
look, that, like you have now people coming to you, asking like
yeah.
how I can help your
Which
business.
is funny because this is exactly why I wanted to like do this and start the brand of it, because that I was that guy like trying to figure out how to make myself like sell my own skills, but just by myself, and
Very
it's so
saturated
much
field.
harder.
Dude,
Yeah,
on Facebook,
Everybody does
I would
it
comment,
themselves.
Or if you commented basically for your business, I need help with the website, you'd have at least 80 comments in less than 6 hours. All individual developers. Very rarely it's, companies that are helping. So that's really where the idea was, the personalized aspect of it, of yes, we understand there's 80 people that could do it, but you're getting the one person.
Mm-hmm.
With us, you're getting the 6 of us, or you're getting the team with the support that comes on monthly after, whatever it may be. This guy's
Sorry to
It's-
interrupt. Yo, that
Guy,
takes
bro.
that takes
Special
serious
guest.
that takes serious skill.
You see the
Not
night-
one pawn fell. Not one pawn fell.
That's a big boy too.
Look at
Oh, he's
that.
That is a
stretching, too.
big boy.
That's what we call stealth.
That's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
Not one pawn fell. Holy.
Not even the beer.
Actually, let me crack open another beer right
Yeah,
now. You
get
got another one?
Yeah,
I'll
you
grab
Definitely
some.
want to crack open a beer.
100 the highest hazy. Are you
Highest
actually?
in the room?
Yo, do you want to try this one real quick? This is the whatever. Yo, can you give me the yellow one?
Sponsored by Goose Island.
Yeah, try that.
Official
one.
website,
The yellow
guys,
can,
podcast.
please.
That'd be great.
I gotta go with the lighter, weeder ones.
The lighter one.
No, I got Hunter
better.
mine.
I think dog shit.
I'm gonna have the. I can't drink that one.
All right, we're-
Just the yellow can. Oh no.
Just not a big-
The yellow can.
I'm not a beer drinker either, to be honest with you.
That's all it
I'm
was.
cool
No,
with
yeah,
beer.
on the
It's
door.
just the IPAs.
Type not to be picky. That's the
But
one
if
I
you were to
hate.
drink a beer though and you want to
That's
get
nasty.
drunk, IPAs are the way to go.
Well, see, like
Like,
I
you-
want to get drunk, but I also want to enjoy my beverage.
Tastes like a skunk's ass.
Well, fire party trick. Go to get a bar, order Corona, throw some amaretto in there. It tastes like a Dr. Pepper.
I've seen that before.
Fire
Cheers.
move,
Cheers.
and you won't taste like beer. It tastes like Dr. Pepper.
That is fire. I have tried that and very good. Definitely recommend.
Definitely.
What was that you said?
So you go to a bar, instead of ordering a Corona, you order a Corona with a shot of amaretto in it. Tastes like a Dr. Pepper. You toss it 3 times. Perfect drink, bro.
Sausage.
Looks like
Perfect.
Cheers.
You know what
Has
makes
to
me
be
sick?
3. Has to
Jaeger
be 3.
bombs.
I love those.
They're great.
I feel like that's a
Jaeger
hot. I feel like
bombs
that's a hot
always-
topic, though. I like Jaeger bombs,
I
to
like
be honest.
them.
with
Jaeger
you.
bombs
I
get
like
the
'em.
party started. If you ask me,
Yeah, they do.
They get the party
They
started.
do for sure.
You get the blood boiling.
Never
Yeah,
was
definitely-
too big on them though.
Those definitely get.
I would
locked
take a
on.
Jaeger bomb off for a Irish car bomb.
Yeah, I don't like Irish.
Yeah,
What's
I would
in that
do
again?
I think it's
Guinness
isn't
and,
Bailey's, no?
Bailey's, Guinness.
Yeah.
You can't say that drink
Whiskey.
name too many
No,
times.
Jameson.
This podcast will get canceled.
Jameson.
I think it's Bailey's.
No, I
crazy.
don't even remember to be honest. But I'd definitely take a Jaeger bomb over a car bomb.
I should know. I'm in the restaurant
Well,
industry.
can't we say
right?
on podcast?
This-
Car bomb.
There you go. It's 3 times. YouTube has flagged the video.
We have been flagged, everybody.
That's awesome.
Is there another name for them?
I wouldn't say. I guess you can't. I guess he's right because you can't say car bomb. You have to say Irish car bomb, eh?
Yeah.
Eh?
They say the
Eh?
whole way. The Irish car.
All right, so the drink with Guinness and Bailey's, and the drink with Red Bull and Jaeger.
I
There you
would.
go.
I would take the Jaeger and Red Bull. But honestly,
I'd
go
take
to
the
go to shot of
Red
all
Bull
time,
Bailey's.
green tea shot.
You know what
Red
I hate
Bull
when you get
Bailey's.
a Jaeger bomb with Monster.
You're
I've
you're
seen
asking
that.
for a fight.
You alright?
I've seen
You're
that.
asking
I was
for a
never
fight.
A
tried.
Jaeger bomb is what? It's Red Bull, right?
And Jaeger.
Yeah. So a bunch of bars I've been to put Monster instead of Red Bull.
And how many times do they have
Is
to
it
kick people
cheaper?
out after that?
I guess it's probably cheaper.
I mean, would definitely make.
Why would it be
sense for them.
cheaper?
I don't know.
Isn't Monster and Red Bull
I
the
was
same?
just
shit.
assuming because bars have
devil
the
shit right
tendency
there.
to want to be cheap.
I would think Red Bull's more expensive because that's more.
Gives you wings.
That's more.
It's experience.
More
They
ordered.
got in
Dude,
trouble
I
for
kind of
that,
want
because
to.
it
Dude,
didn't get
I
wings.
wish. That's kind of why I want to do the Hudson River shit. Is I want our branding to be like Red Bulls, where they just like
Do crazy shit.
do crazy shit, and that's their.
But who's gonna
Honestly,
do all the
yeah,
crazy
I
shit?
like that.
All right,
Me.
are you? No, you'll go do the swimming. I'll go shark diving.
Yeah,
again.
you could do that.
I'll-
I'm
you'll go
good on that.
skydiving.
Yeah.
You'll go
I'll go to the
I'll be
Amazon
moral
jungle.
Support, baby.
we got this
Like I said, Good
clown.
on all the above.
yeah, I don't play with that.
All right, so if you had to pick one of those 3, what would you pick out of the 3? Skydiving, shark diving.
Or swimming across
Shark
the
diving, but
Hudson.
No,
no,
it's
shark diving, but no cage.
Yeah, no, I'll swim across the Hudson because I'm not jumping out of a plane unless I am forced to. Unless
Swimming
it's
across the
going
Hudson's
down.
the start. My next one's gonna be going to Amazon jungle, but I got to get
That'd be
Paul
cool,
Rosalie
too.
on board with that.
He's gonna swing on the vines through the Amazon jungle across the whole way.
I
I'm
got
just gonna keep commenting on Paul Rosalie's shit. I love that guy.
I feel like
He's
that's like
awesome.
a.
Please
follow
I feel like that's like a big
He's doing
jump.
big things.
What?
Hudson River to the Amazon. We're just striving for
That's Jared,
greatness
right
off
there.
the
Lose
rip.
it.
Fucking-
I just really want to do it.
This guy's
I wouldn't
floating.
surf. I wouldn't surf.
Dude, these
I
guys
would
I'd-
surf.
I'd try
but
it.
Don't
Do you see the
don't you go
person trailing
snowboarding?
them?
Don't you go snowboarding?
Yeah.
So isn't it the same concept?
There's no
The
sharks
water,
on the
bro.
mountain. Isn't it sad?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you could
no
run
sharks in the
into
mountain.
some kind of bear or
That's
something.
fun.
That's
Bear,
crazy,
easy.
But I feel like you would have your bear.
You think you got a better
I
chance
could
with a bear
outrun
than
the
a
bear
shark?
on a snowboard.
You couldn't
Well,
outrun a
yeah.
bear. You could not outrun a bear.
on a snowboard.
That's
That's
I'd be
debatable. They go
moving.
down. What is it? They go up to 45 miles per
Their
hour.
little legs can't go downhill. They're better uphill.
uphill.
though.
They're 45 miles uphill.
and you're not snowboarding.
And I know you're not snowboarding 45 miles per hour.
Easy,
you
bro.
could easily
No
touch
shot.
My top speed is 53.
Type.
Top speed's 53.
I just gotta. I gotta.
You just got to get a top speed, right?
Yo,
You're shot.
can't fall if you fall.
You're so shot.
That's great. Yeah, I don't know. It's a hard decision.
But I would surf. Surfing.
Mike, what would
I'm
be
a
your
wa-
extreme event? Everyone's got to do one on the team.
Yeah,
so
you
what's
got to
your
do one.
extreme
You
event?
got to do one
event.
extreme event.
It's like that
And you can't
SpongeBob
bitch out of it
episode where
either.
they do
No, I
extreme
mean,
sports.
honestly, you could throw anything at me if it doesn't involve
Jumping out of a plane or going in a water.
sharks, snakes. I'll do it. whatever it is.
So would you rather bungee jump or skydive?
Oh, I
if you
take
had
that
to pick?
back. Not
Out of the two though, because I would never fucking do that. The bungee
Well,
jumping.
bungee jumping, I think that hurts like a
jumping's crazy.
bitch.
You
I've
come in with an
seen too
umbilical
many
cord.
Reddit-
You might as well
Reddit
pray
feeds,
before you do
man.
that because you're going out the same way you came in.
Is that what it's
shit.
called, an umbilical cord?
It looks like it. You're coming out, you're going out like that too.
That's like a crazy
It's the
statement,
same
umbilical
fucking-
cord.
They attach
Nobody's
you
ever
up.
bungee jumped.
No.
I'm okay with
Dude,
that.
I wouldn't. I don't think.
Who's dumb enough, bro? That's a rubber
Yeah,
band.
no.
I'm good,
Between it snapping and them not having the distance
What do you
right,
think? What do you think is safer, a bungee jump or skydiving?
Skydiving.
Skydiving.
100%.
Yeah.
definitely.
man.
What is it? What does ChatGPT say?
Let's find out.
Let's see the probability of death on
Like,
both
how
of
many more
them.
people died from one or the other?
I would say skydiving probably more.
I think it's bungee jumping.
I think
Skydiving.
bungee jumping would have.
I would
more
say there's
deaths.
more injuries
Bro,
with
Do you see the
bungee
fucking
jumping.
lifeguard trailing the professional surfboarders? If they're wild, like they're just as good.
They have to be.
They literally
They have to be. They have
I
to
think
be.
they're better. They're
Have
not
you ever
even
seen
falling, bro.
like
It's
what
crazy.
they go through to become a lifeguard?
Wild.
One done. Boys.
Especially like
Oh,
in
the-
these places.
Yes, bro. Holy shit.
Both
Insane.
skydiving and bungee jumping are considered extreme sports and come with inherent risks. However, statistics generally suggest that skydiving is safer than bungee jumping.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm good on the bungee jumping.
That would make that makes
here's
sense.
Here's the stats.
Still wouldn't do it though.
Skydiving injuries. Skydiving has a relatively low injury rate. The United States Parachute Association reported about 0.39 injuries per 1,000 jumps in 2020. Fatalities. The fatality rate for skydiving is about 0.006 per 1,000 jumps.
So every 6 people.
No, that 6 thousandths of a person die.
Here we
every
go with this 2-step
100,000.
math. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah. It's getting slow.
So it means, I think that basically
Yeah,
means
600,000.
that like,
Oh, he's crunching numbers.
I think it basically means like there's a chance someone could die, but nobody dies basically
Oh,
every
there's
year.
definitely a chance.
There's
Because
a chance with
nobody ever
everything. There's a
dies.
chance with
Yeah, if you're
everything.
jumping out of an airplane,
Bungee
there's a
jumping
chance you
also
die.
has a low
They
injury
make you sign a
rate,
waiver.
but
There's
it's-
obviously a chance.
Yeah, there's a 16-year-old putting a vest on you, and then you fucking hop on with a 40-year-old man strapped to your waist, and he's like, "You ready to fucking do this? I did this 15,000 times." Sounds like a creepy uncle. He's sitting there.
Matt's like shaking. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
Some PTSD. No, I'm kidding.
My mom asked me, does anybody know the answer to this question? Do you know how people make money off of streaming music?
Per
Ads.
view, right?
Ads?
Ads. But like, no, like Spotify. Like if I put my
Ads,
music
no?
on Spotify, but you don't listen to ads on Spotify.
I
Yeah,
do.
but it
I
doesn't
had the
matter if
free
you
version.
listen. It doesn't matter if you listen to it if it just pops up because the ads pay you to be able to put on that on your song.
And I think if you pay for the premium, I'm not sure because that
You probably get
makes
a cut of
avoid
that
ads.
too. You definitely get a percentage of that.
I think it's probably per plays too. They probably pay.
100%.
Oh no, yeah, definitely.
Well,
I
that's,
know
how, that's how they get the
streams.
records too.
Subscribing is the big thing I realized. Like people that actually like the monthly listeners. I know is big on Spotify. How many people follow your actual page or subscribe to your page on YouTube?
Yeah, monthly. Yeah, monthly.
How many donations you think like these artists make?
Unreal.
Do you know how like
Donations.
streamers get like
Unreal.
donations? Do you think like they send in through mail like here's like $100 for fucking doing this?
It'd be pretty stupid, but I'm sure. It's
No, but
happening.
streamers do it all in streaming. You get donations all the
Well, yeah,
time.
streamer. That's
All the
that's
time.
like how they're making. I'm talking about A-list celebrities. Like,
But do you think they get like a
Probably more like fan
money
shit.
money sent to
Nah,
them?
Probably like fan mail.
No.
Celebs, bro. Fan mail.
100%, I think so. Because why do streamers get donations and why couldn't
Because
fucking
they're
beg-
live.
It's the
same mindset.
because like streamers work for donations
Yeah.
sometimes, not all the time, but for the most
well, they're
part.
working for views, ads, same thing as the artist is doing.
But it is a part of their main income. Like,
Right, I guess they're going for
like when it
sponsors,
comes to
too.
streaming, like donations is a big chunk of their revenue. You know what I'm saying? Like in comparison to A-list celebrity status, those guys don't need donations.
Right, like instead of me paying $20 a month for Netflix.
But what about
I'll
Aiden
pay
Ross?
whatever.
Let's say because Aiden Ross doesn't need donations. Obviously, he makes
doesn't
all,
need
he
it.
makes all his money off of
Mhm.
Twitch,
But
right?
he
Yeah,
started
but
So what's the
always
same thing
get
as like an artist on Spotify or SoundCloud?
No, I wouldn't say.
You definitely
so.
can get donations through them.
It's probably like a come up. It's probably like whatever route you try to go down.
So you're
how
saying
you like advertise yourself.
when a
Do you think people
streamer-
do you think people send money to artists, just like as they would do to his
fan people, yeah, like crazy
like a fan
fans, yeah.
person?
I'm sure people have.
100%.
People probably
100%,
glaze
right?
out of their pockets.
Now is that tax free?
If
I
it's
mean-
cash.
Are donations tax free as a streamer?
If it's cash, no one's
I
knowing.
don't know.
They'd be dumb though. They'd be dumb.
Probably not because it's a source of
That's
income.
your income.
Yeah.
I'm not
Especially on a
CPA,
live
but
stream,
I
you can
know the
just
way.
see it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely is an income.
Or does Twitch just automatically take a percentage out of?
Honestly,
how much
those big streamers probably just put their donations to actual
The
donations.
big streamers, I saw.
No, not all of them, Brody. Not all of them.
You'd be surprised.
That's what they should do.
We're not all good people over here.
I feel like everybody should just like give most of their income if you make enough money to support yourself to charities.
No,
that,
yeah, if
that you
you're-
like believe in, like that are
Well,
cool.
I say certain charities though. I feel like some charities are just
yeah,
like
not like just tossing money to the Red
Yeah.
Cross or anything like.
No, definitely do your research.
Like giving it to the Jungle Keeper so I could go to the Amazon rainforest.
Well, I rather give to a person than I would to a charity. You know what I'm saying? Like, say you're donating to a
yeah.
Just like corporate. Like you'd rather go.
you rather I'd rather not give it to a corporate.
Yeah.
I'd
entity
rather
or,
give it to a
That's
person.
There's
fair.
filters behind that. Like there's
Yeah,
like if my money needs to get approved to be donated, I think that is one of the.
and then you
craziest
have to be approved to even accept the money at the same
Imagine.
time. You know what I'm saying?
You're like, oh, here's money for your cause, and they're like, hold on, we have to approve it. You're like, wait a minute.
And then you don't even know who it's going to.
You have no
you
idea.
get no credit for it.
It's like donating blood.
I don't know. It just sucks.
It's
too,
like,
like
I don't
you
do
have no
that.
idea
I
where
don't
it
donate
goes,
blood. I'm
what
sorry,
happens.
everybody.
The
that
ones on
needs
the
blood, but
POS
I don't
scanners,
don't
too.
donate blood.
You're checking out at the register.
I
It's like,
have
do you want to
once.
donate 86 cents to
And
whatever?
actually, I don't know if I ever have.
I'd rather no. You know what that's going to? They definitely like when they do the St. Jude's dollar on like a CVS or something like that. They definitely take like a 15% cut of every dollar that they get.
Easily.
Bro, are you kidding me?
You know what I'm saying? So there's
I
no
think a
point
lot
of
of those
donating
organizations-
Are you
at those
nuts?
companies.
Easily, bro.
I think a lot of those.
Easily. Any transaction you see virtually has some cut of
Yeah.
a middleman, whether it's like a payment processor or the server running it or whatever it is for the POS. There's usually 2 to 3 service fees in there.
Yeah,
That's
it's
why
ridiculous.
some places don't do they have a minimum for the credit cards because it's literally they're losing money if they sell you in Arizona for $1 because it costs them $3 to fucking run the fee.
I can't believe that Arizona fucking changed the price to 99 cents to
I don't think they
$1.19.
did, bro.
They
'cause
did?
he's-
I
No,
thought-
Yeah,
I
it's
just saw something where he
$1.19.
said he
It's
would not do
$1.19
that.
now.
no, he didn't. The company didn't, but I think places are marking it up.
But $1.19 and you're advertising 99 cents now, like
People
Oh,
put stickers.
that's what
They're putting
you-
stickers
Economy
over
we
it.
live in, man.
Excuse me.
yeah,
That was
it says
crazy.
99 cents on the thing, and then when you ring it up, it's $1.19.
They're coming at neck.
So it's never 99 cents Arizona anymore.
Wow.
I got a
Inflation.
place if you need the 99.
Did you see Kamala's response to inflation?
What'd she say?
No.
It was some stupid shit. She didn't answer the question at all, but she was
Go
like,
figure.
when it's inflation, everybody, we all struggle.
Don't get
We
Mike
all
started.
struggle.
His blood,
Families
his blood
struggle.
boils.
The quality of life goes down when it's harder to pay for things. Yeah. That's like all she said. It had nothing to do with inflation or like what she's going to do about it. The question was, what are you going to do about inflation? And she was like, yeah, inflation.
It's all a popularity contest nowadays.
Dollars
It means
fucked
nothing.
regardless.
It means
Like,
absolutely.
She wins, we're
politicians
fucked,
don't
bro.
ever answer questions. They always tiptoe
Trump
around.
does.
We've been fucked.
The
Since
dollar is fucked
since John F.
regardless.
Kennedy, Brody. We haven't had a good president since John F. Kennedy. Like, let's be
I
real
haven't
here,
been
boys.
alive for
He got
all those
ran,
years.
right?
A pot,
He got
like,
assassinated.
Nah, she got ran,
Who got ran?
right? Oh, he got, yeah.
Who got ran?
He got smoked.
He got
All right,
smoked.
boys.
Smoked by the
Cam.
CIA,
Fallen Blicky.
like Trump
R.I.P.
almost did.
man.
That's crazy.
Yo, you know his hat? Jake Paul and Logan Paul said they would. Jake Paul started. Logan Paul started the bid at like $2 million. He would buy that hat for, and then Jake Paul went all the way up to $8 million.
I don't care who it is. I'm not
Bro,
buying
imagine getting that
man's hat.
memorabilia
I'll never
What?
buy another man's
Hat-
clothes for
Trump's
that much
hat.
money. It's crazy.
That he wore.
that he wore
That's
during the
wild.
assassination attempt. Like that's worth so much money.
It's crazy that people
So
pay for that
people
kind of
think
stuff.
it's worth that much money.
But it's like
Bro,
a
you
part of
know-
history, though.
you know what's
Think about it, it's a
crazy?
part of history.
It
The
is, but that-
photographers was crazy.
So
there.
put it in a museum, not in someone's basement.
Yeah,
Why? If you could pay a price on it, wouldn't you sell it?
Trump should have it.
I mean,
He does have
it's
it.
his
But I'm
hat.
saying, like they were saying hypothetically, if it was sold on market.
Yeah.
I just think some things aren't meant to be sold, and just because
Oh, yeah, a
it's
lot
been
of
through
things.
an event, something like that.
Yeah, it's just.
You
I don't know.
you say that now, but if you had that memorabilia and like someone offered you that
You're
money,
probably right.
you would
You're
not be like, oh
probably
no,
right.
Brody, I'm gonna put that in a museum.
You're
Like,
probably
let's be real here.
Kid would make a museum in his basement.
Yo, you
for
dead
that
ass can
thing.
buy a
No,
museum.
I just
Mike's
me
museum.
personally, I wouldn't look to buy something like that.
I wouldn't spend money on that either, but I'm saying there's people out there that would.
Yeah, they spent a check on that.
No, for sure.
But like $12 million for that hat, do you think that's overpriced or underpriced? Let's say 50 years from now, what do you think?
What do
that's
you
worth?
mean? I don't think it costs anything.
Why wouldn't it? Though it's part of
Stupid,
history.
it's a
You're really
hat.
paying for a part of history, though.
I can read it.
What is it gonna do for me?
It's like I said, it's a part of history. It's like
That
like
does
you said,
what
like,
for
so
me?
how much it means. So like these
Self-gratification.
museums would pay that X amount of money for that memorabilia, so they could show it off to people because they could make money off of that.
Right.
So that's why it's worth something.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
If you can make money off of it.
You can make money off the sightseeing of it and all that stuff. So that's why they would pay that much amount of money.
I would just wear it.
You would wear it.
That's yo.
That's crazy.
Kid buys the merch and just throws it on.
I'm a little bit buzzed over here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm halfway to Zimbabwe.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this girl just went under the wave. Holy shit.
Yeah, it is crazy. Big props to these guys.
This is crazy.
All right, Jared. Question for you now.
All right, hit me.
6 months from now, where do you see your company standing?
Hour. You're part of this just as much.
Part of it as just as much, but he's the one that started it, so it's his
No,
company.
fair.
It's his company.
6 months from now, where do I see it? Like, you gotta be
Hold
more
up.
specific.
I'm going
Like,
first.
do you see us now getting that office that we were talking about? Do you see us being where we are now, but more?
My goal right now, at least, is to get a house, and then we could use the house as an office because we don't need an office, and we would be spending extra money. And I'm gonna
Right.
need somewhere to live eventually anyway after I move out of here. So my goal would be to get like an actual nice property that if somehow we could do through the business in 6 months we have a podcast room and we're on episode in 6 months we're on episode like 20 plus we have like a nice setup. We have a guest actually coming to the house that like don't know us.
Would you do it around here? Would you be in Stony Point, or would you want to
Strangers coming
go
in the
ideally
house.
somewhere else? Because we are located
I
technically in West Palm.
So I like when I was up in Saratoga. Saratoga's beautiful, but like when I was up there, I was like, oh, there's business. Like we moved back to Rockland, and within like a month, found so much business. So like, yeah, we could stay around here, but it doesn't matter where we go. But I would like to be around here for family for
Yeah.
the meantime.
There's also a lot of
But
opportunity.
also, you could go pretty far, but not that far. Like we were looking at New Windsor area. You could go to Beacon. You could go to Monroe area, and then you
Even
could go all the way
Jersey's
down
not
to the
There's
far
city.
options. There's
you know?
options.
You know, Jersey's not
Definitely
far
options.
off either. You know,
Jersey's
we're
not
Now
far.
let's say the
Jersey.
traveling aspect of this. Now, are you looking now to be like, if we get to a big point, let's now take, let's say, business classes to or business meetings. Over, business, I'll take business class, but business meetings over.
Also, this is a crazy idea, but this is what I would like to do. This would be sick. If instead of buying a house, I bought an RV, a nice RV.
Where the
That'd be
Millers-
dope.
Nice ass RV is like
Where the
60
Millers-
grand, like a really nice one, 80 grand for like beautiful.
Cross country.
And then cross country, our business
hell
is
yeah.
everywhere. So then you get all these connections, and like you just do this whole thing, and then
and it's a hell of an experience. You get
yeah.
to see a lot.
But does an
Something
RV
like that.
fit X amount of people?
Yeah. The problem with the RV is like I have cats and
I have
he
a
has a
dog.
dog.
I'm a dog
With the
person.
right
Not bad.
I'm a
RV,
dog person.
you'll make it work.
I mean, you could make it work for sure. People
Walmart
do it
is
with
free
vans.
parking.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
nationwide
Yeah.
too. Every
We
Walmart
definitely
you
would
park
make it
RVs
work.
for
There's
free.
no doubt that we would make it work. It's just
We would-
how many people.
I think
would
the
come on
common
board.
space is big.
Like if we got 4 of us,
the
like
RV
this
is
RV,
awesome because of 2 people. Like if we could do that, but like for 5, 6 people,
Yeah.
Just
like a
Miles
house
in
would be
out.
because the investment wise too.
No, the house would be
RV or
sick.
RV if you're driving.
Where are
is
you
just
going?
Straight.
I just want an
depreciating.
RV. Like that's what you said about traveling. That's what I would like to do is have an RV and just go
Yeah.
on road trips to sell websites.
That'd be fire.
That would be something.
I'd rather fly.
Make a face.
I was gonna say, or just get an SUV over 6,000 pounds, and then we get the fucking just fly.
Because I envision us doing that, right? I envision us
Get a hybrid
doing these
SUV.
business meetings, like especially with you two. Like you guys are definitely the type to be like, all right, let's extend
Mhm.
outside of our comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? And if we did go travel, I think that we would have a lot of success. When
No,
we did that.
100%.
A lot of
Especially with,
success,
the
right?
App and everything like
And
that too.
we can do it. It's just a matter of timing, right?
I would want to travel when we can get to the point of like if we walked into a place on the trip and they want a website that we can, like, we have a process where that website is done in a couple of days. And like, we know I could do the website in a couple of days, but we know that just like the communication is taking longer. So if we can lock down a process where it's like, if they say yes, they have a website in a couple of days, maybe because we just didn't like make sure it happens because we're there. But if that could happen, then it's just, who
Kind of
cares
you're
where
saying
we
like
are.
the walk up website, like just
Yeah.
looking, walking up to these places, giving them templates or giving them a website, and then
Well, tell us a little about the app, Jared. How
It's confidential, bro, proprietary.
Really proprietary.
I think it's
In the
big.
works.
I think
Not
it's
gonna give
big.
us.
I
You
can't put
can't give
those
us. You
secrets
can't
out
give us a
there.
little.
going for the rights on it.
Little sneak peek of what it does.
I think it's gonna shake
Come
up the
on,
game.
I think the viewers would like to hear what us do, what we do, and what we have. Just a little bit. How it started and how it is now.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, I think like the app I'm making like solves the whole problem of websites either being like, websites right now are sold to you in two forms, whether it's you're building your website because there's an easy software online like Wix or Squarespace that allows you to like drag and drop and build it, but it involves the business owner doing it all. But that's kind of cool for them because they have all the control and everything. And then there's the other side of it where you have a lot of times outsourced developers in India or wherever overseas, and they work for some marketing agency based in the US. And then it's just kind of like, you don't know who's making your website, but your website kind of looks pretty good, and it's like it's got everything you need, so it's like cool, probably pretty cheap too. I want to be right in the middle where like the business owner has full control over like exactly what's on the website, but also they're talking to the person the whole time and like has a face to the person. So I think the app that I'm making is gonna solve that problem. It's not really a problem to solve. I think it's just another avenue to take that I think people are gonna be attracted to. If you could and the idea of the app would, like, if the business owner can go on an app and talk to one of you guys about what he wants and like actually note down what he wants for the website, and I as the developer can see it at all times.
At the same time as us.
Yeah, like you guys are controlling really like the communication aspect and what's happening, like what's going to go into the website. The developer is just kind of doing it. They could be doing it literally as it comes in.
Is
That's
that
dope.
what you would want as a developer?
That is my goal. Like, I don't like the other day. Like, I like this because the other day I was like, like I don't like yesterday when you went to Rockland Music. I was like, I don't even like want to. Like, I would not even want to go and talk to anybody right now about like selling them a website. And I was like, that's like probably like that's a big reason I asked him that if he wanted to, like, because he's really good at doing that. Like, that's what he likes to do, and I don't necessarily like to do, but I do some days like to like just fucking go out and talk to people.
Right.
So
Well,
I like the idea that I can
Change
choose
of
now.
speed, Good.
We were in your basement literally a couple weeks ago, and we were just playing a game, being like, "Hey, let's just call a random number, right? Let's call a random business." This guy, his first call, had a 20-minute conversation with the client. The biggest smirk I've ever seen him have in his face afterwards.
Hit them up.
Like
Yeah,
it's just the adrenaline rush of getting.
It's a big comfort zone breaker. Like, definitely takes me out of my comfort zone. That's why I like doing it. But like, there are days where I'm like, fuck that. I don't even give a shit.
I understand.
But that's why you have
Comfort
us,
zone.
though, too. At the same
No,
time.
exactly. Yeah, that's like kind of why I want to build the team of people who are good at things that I don't necessarily like to do, and
Or
I'm
don't
not as
want
good
to
at.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
That's
don't
what
want
makes
to
a
do.
team.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
having
Everyone filling
having
the
the
holes.
different pieces that connect
yeah.
in ways that wouldn't connect by yourself. That's what makes the team.
And that's
how
what
it
I was
goes.
saying. Like, we have so many different personalities. Just in us four, we have seven people in our company. Us four just makes a dynamic that can just do anything. We have
Yeah.
Yeah, like we need to see a full week.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like the production we see right now from just moving home, imagine us all in the same room and we're like, hey guys, you want to just please give us a week? And then we'll all go 40 hours together. And it's the amount of money or the
Well,
amount
yeah,
of
you
time
do
we're gonna
40
save.
hours by yourself compared to 40 hours with four other people. The productivity is going to be
Through the roof.
4 times more. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Through
Like,
the roof.
Literally.
The common
and you give the people around you confidence. Like
Maybe
maybe
even
Mike's
setting
not
up on
having
the
a bad
weekends,
Mike.
dude.
Maybe Mike's having a bad day, and I'm having a good day.
Yeah.
He's seeing what I'm doing. He's going to take that and run with it. I'm having a bad day. Matt's having a great day. I'm taking what he's doing in it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We
Even
can
on the
all learn from each
weekends
other.
to start, I think that's good. Like before we get the property, it's still a good grace period. I think maybe everyone's free on Saturday or Sunday. We should all just literally come here and
Yeah.
I mean, we met up for the pod
Everyone
today. Like,
shoot the
imagine we
shit,
just
yeah.
didn't do a pod and we just bounce ideas
Yeah,
off each other.
exactly.
Right.
It's the same concept, you know.
Exactly.
It's all about just doing it, you know. Obviously, this was hard to get together. It took 3
Nah,
weeks
but
to get
this
us
is
together,
huge.
you
So
know.
long, but
But
this is huge. They
over
got the
But it was
shirts,
oh,
they got the shirts,
but the suspense was real because the suspense was
Really
real.
building it up.
Yeah, we built it up.
we got. I was gonna say we have to take an updated pic. The last picture we have of us three together is.
It's tough. It's tough.
I could only imagine.
We could take an updated pic after maybe and fucking
The glow up.
a
The
pic of
glow up
them-
is
a pic
real.
of them two with the shirts and post those or something.
This Mike had 6 rolls a couple years ago. Now he only has 2.
That's crazy.
Nah, Mike's looking good, bro. He's been fucking in the gym.
It's all that
Hey, we're
labor.
trying.
It's all that labor he's been doing in construction.
My boy's putting
Hey,
the work
man.
into construction. He'll be
Learning
out of
new
that
skills.
soon.
how you like construction, dude? We had Jeremy on here doing construction.
You
He
know-
liked construction. He liked.
Be real though. Are you?
teaches
You
you
think
a
it's a
lot,
pain in
dude.
the ass, or do you like actually
no,
like it?
Teaches you,
100%
bro.
be real right now. It's definitely, depending on what you're doing, it 100% could be a pain in the ass. But I feel like everything you do could be a pain in the ass.
Right.
So, I mean, that's not necessarily the problem. I don't have really too many problems with it. It's, in my opinion, I'm learning a lot of valuable skills through it that I wouldn't have learned elsewhere. And I'm actually meeting people too, like through
Yeah.
jobs. So it's also a good source of networking, which most people probably wouldn't even think about when they're doing something like that. So
Yeah, I
there's a
didn't
lot
think
of
about
lot of
Just giving out
pros
cards
to
at
it.
work. Like, you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Like I'm
that's-
handing out cards at work.
That's a good
And
thing.
Whether
those
it
little
be-
things add up. Little
You
things add
know,
up.
if I'm going
Little
on
things add up.
lunch, going to new places on lunch, or like I said, through jobs with these people, what they do, handing a card out to them, and it's really pretty self-explanatory, but it's cool and it has its benefits.
Learning those skills, I think, is really the biggest value. Because, like, even if you're getting paid 40 or an hour or 20 an hour in construction, you're still learning virtually.
100%.
Virtually, I think the same amount.
100%.
I think it's just what tools you're allowed to use. I've always said.
Yeah.
That's
Well, you got to
makes you
value
get more
yourself
money,
over
yeah.
money, you know, and obviously you're gonna
Mhm.
make money doing construction, but the overall value of what you're getting out of it, like, is much more than what you're getting paid. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Oh, for sure.
You are, like you just said, networking. You're obviously building physical strength because you're doing construction. Like, there's obviously pros to it that a lot of people don't realize when they're doing these things because they have the mindset of this fucking sucks. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
I'm doing
And
this. You know,
and you're literally
you'll-
outside too, so everything has its rainy
it's all a
days.
mental block.
Like,
It's
yeah,
all a
it's-
mental block.
You
Don't get
literally
me
feel
wrong
the rain.
either. Like you'll definitely, come across the people that absolutely hate what they're doing. Like I feel like there's a lot of that with job sectors, but like I said, I feel at least for me in my personal experience, the pros outweigh the cons for sure, and that's why I'm still here. Honestly,
Yeah.
Dude, you know something I want to do? You know what? Something I want to do?
what are you looking to do?
I would love. So I worked for 1-800 Got Junk for like 3-4 months.
Giovanni Reyes
Well,
is better
mates.
junk removal. By the way.
Made so much money. That, like, the amount of money they pull in, like the truck pulls in per day, is insane. But I kind of loved it, but it was like really like grueling work, like very tiresome work, like the worst shit, like where it's like sometimes you would pull up to the driveway and there'd be like a pile of junk on the driveway and you just throw it in the truck.
Nah,
that
yeah.
easy. And then sometimes it'd be like, yeah, it's upstairs, like in the room upstairs in the side room. We're like, all right, you go upstairs, like a tiny stairwell, like tiny doorways. You go back, it's like a couch, like fucking double the size of that, like one piece. You're like, all right, I don't know how
Nah,
we're
yeah.
gonna do this.
What's going on right now?
So you gotta like start breaking shit apart. Like it's like, but that shit was kind of fun, to be honest. But that's why what I was gonna say is I would go back to work that job, but like not all the time. So I would love, like, when the business grows, to like take just do some program where like you work like what are those jobs called? Blue collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like where you work blue collar jobs for people who, like a lot of times people who work those jobs like have to because they have families they need to support. There's really like those are the skills they have, so they just do that. I would love to like just take their place for like a week or two, like give them a vacation time that they probably never get anyway.
No,
Like,
100%.
and I would be having a blast, you know, like 2 weeks of like when Andrew got drunk, like brings me back. I'd have a blast. It'd be kind of hard, you know, and these people, like, it makes their whole year because they just got 2 weeks.
That's a cool concept, though.
You just do
That's
it
a
like
big
all
one
the
of
time.
That's a
You're
cool
thinking
concept
about
of being
too.
able to
Really
like.
connecting with the business. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like we were saying, exchanging of services is cool. Like if we, work on something for a business, maybe use them in the future for whatever they offer.
Well, yeah, that's a great point
That'd be,
because
like now we
every
know all the
website that we
different
do is all different, right?
Now
So
you
we're
know someone
learning.
for that.
Like you sold a cake website, so you're like obviously you're not learning about cake, but it's the information's being
If I
presented
need
to
a
you.
cake.
Yeah, now you have
Boom.
that as a network.
Yeah.
You
You
just did
joke
limited
about
hype, right? So like
Sneakers.
now you posted probably like 100, 200 pictures of shoes, right, Jared? So
Yeah.
now you know what shoes look like. You're getting
Yeah.
information of certain things that
Yeah,
you
honestly.
didn't expect that you would be having.
Yeah, now I know what
Selling
shoes I'm about to
websites.
buy in the
Especially
future.
with TS Lite right now. Like we're doing
Know where the deals
The
are.
lighting
for the
shit, I'm going to
lighting.
learn a lot. I
You
don't know
guys are
anything
learning,
about
yeah.
Rockland Music Center. We're learning about
And
the
like
instruments.
bringing up to the point with matches at the networking now, we have
Mhm.
all these people that we could just contact in case we needed something. Hey,
Yeah.
and they would probably be very happy to help us because
Yeah.
we help
Right.
them. It's networking. It's not what you know; it's who you know. at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
When we do a
Networking
big event and
is
I'm on
key.
stage,
When we do
have
this
thousands and
podcast on
thousands of people.
stage?
Yeah, when we do a podcast in front of a live audience, in front of 30,000 people, when we need
Yeah.
TS stage to do the lighting,
I
That's
need
two
it.
boys.
That's fire.
Can we grab another one? Or stop handing
I
me
need
your
another
fucking
BL.
sloppy seconds, dude. I just want a fresh one, eh?
Kid's a vat.
You got me sipping. I'm gonna start sipping, eh?
Is the camera running, Mike? Do you want to check that real quick?
Imagine it's just been fucking off for the last like 2 hours.
I just say you're good. Never mind. I think he's. Yo, Mike, let me see show the back of the shirt real quick. Let's see.
Don't tell me it's been off this whole time, Jared.